at you, kind of confounded, and shakes
What
their
about a
head.
weird glowing panther?
No,
No,
sorry.
no, no. Okay, okay.
Um,
Uh, and then traveled through the tunnels some more. Tried to contact the guild. Realized we were closer to Stonehome than we were to Regornier, and that was like, oh. And and then we found someone we suspect a pair of gnomes' little hideout, and there wasn't anything super interesting in there. And then we accidentally blew it up. And then we continued on and found a little river, got in the boat, and now we're here.
Did you leave the boat by any chance?
the boat is still tied to the dock.
No, I'm asking the guildmaster.
Oh yeah. Was that yeah? Is that for
Uh,
lost people?
No, why would I? Why would we have left it there?
No,
Keep
I
it
thought
around the
that
boat.
said the search party or something, and we didn't.
If there was a search party, they're stranded now.
The guildmaster says, interesting. Yes, we know about the mining expedition. There is currently an effort in Regornia to try and break into that cave to rescue the miners if they still live. And when it comes to this strange spell that you have written down, it's not my area of expertise, and I haven't heard of anything like this before, but perhaps the guild wizard has something to say about it.
Oh, and another one. And I want to add the line that Celeste added at the end, which is "She rises," I think. Or she returns? Returns? She returns. Yeah, I add that to the little poem. Just want to make sure it's complete.
Yeah, the guildmaster says that didn't add to it.
Well, you wouldn't know. Maybe the wizard. Maybe that's the crucial piece of the puzzle for the wizard who's gonna solve this for us.
Yes, perhaps the wizard can help you. Well, in that case, thank you for your information. You must all be quite weary. It is quite late as well, so I'm sure you are ready to go to sleep already. Of course, the guild accommodations are yours to use, and as you probably have heard, the city is currently locked down for a few days here during the elections, so you won't be able to leave anywhere anyways, but perhaps we can figure out some work for you as you wait and continue on your quest wherever it is going.
I am going to ask him why the city is under lockdown.
He just said because of the election.
No, but why do they have to lock the city down if there is an election?
The guildmaster says it's a tradition.
Okay. Does Stonehome have like artificial daylight to like let everyone know?
No.
Is it just clocks? Okay.
But yeah, it is indeed late. So as you know, you can sleep at the guild. The guildmaster tells you that they are expecting your cart and things to arrive tomorrow morning here. So you should stay at the guild and wait for word from them.
Okay, that is good to know. I will say to him, and I have some other queries, and for example, God, I've forgotten them. Well, in general, if we have any problems, shall we come straight to you, or should the handlers be enough?
Please come speak to me. You're a special case now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
I've one of the things I wanted to ask actually. This elf who seems content on joining us or going to the surface has made themselves useful enough. I personally wouldn't mind our party replenishing some of our numbers, and I wouldn't be against them joining our party. And heck, if there were some other people around who are on their own and wanted to, I wouldn't mind that either. But how would we go about adding someone to our charter?
We could just write it on it, can't we?
And then I'm just going to
Yeah,
slap Mervin's hand.
The guildmaster raises their eyebrows at this. This starts off by saying, well, I can simply write you a new one, but I assumed your elven friend here would be going back to where they came from. The guildmaster says this as they look at Janice.
Well, I had a question about this. What's an adventurer?
I'm going to look dumbfounded, and I assume everyone else is going to as well.
Janice, would you like to join us?
No, I
Doing
expect
what?
this.
Doing what?
The guildmaster pauses for a moment, but then sort of just goes on into what feels like a very rehearsed speech about an explanation about what an adventurer is, kind of recruitment speech, and tells
Fascinating.
Janice all about it.
Janice will just nod along, enthused. This sounds great.
Does
Give your
some music
life
start
for
playing in the
glory,
background?
adventure, danger, money, fame, renown. You can have it all. Sign your life away.
Yeah.
Great, great.
And the dwarf apparently has somewhat like had time to think things over during talking, and ends by saying, well, I guess I've heard there are drow elves in the guild elsewhere as well, so why not?
All right.
Is there a problem with drow elves? I'm going to
I don't have any problems.
sort of quietly say. Should we not be trusting this one?
The dwarf says, the dwarf just like kind of matter-of-factly just says like, well, all drow elves are evil, and they are the scourge of the earth, and they were banished deep underground for a reason.
Those are just rumors.
I'm going to turn to Janice and just... And you didn't mention this because...
What did I not mention?
That you're evil and the root of all of Earth's problems?
Oh, that's just propaganda.
Fred, don't be rude. Janice is cool. And I'm gonna write Janice's name on our charter.
All right.
And I'm going to 100% misspell it.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm just gonna do this to Janice.
I'm just gonna stand there very self-satisfied to see my name being written down.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's a
now
great achievement.
our charter is the names in like nice cursive handwriting, and then Lars and Celeste are both crossed out, and then in Mervin's terrible handwriting, Janice is on.
And it's like it's phonetically spelled Elven or whatever, so it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what should we name our party? We should definitely do that, because when I called in, that was like, how do I let them know? Because we didn't name our party. I feel like now's the best time. Any ideas?
Janice's
like.
adventuring party.
Oh no. I like the Lost Boys, but we can.
I'm not a boy.
Oh fine. Lost Kids? No.
That's even
I'm not a
worse.
child either.
What?
The fire starters.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Might not really help for business though.
I like fire starters.
Anyone
When
against
you're in trouble, who you gonna call? It's the fire starter.
Starters.
Have you got
Yeah?
a burning building you're dealing with? Call the fire starters.
We fight fire with fire, baby. All right. All right, and yeah, okay, and that's what I write on the charter, and our group name is now Fire Starters.
Oh,
Cool. Does anyone else have anything else to talk to the guildmaster about? Right
in
now,
general,
I mean.
what does this office look like? Is it a very fancy place?
It's well, not by your standards. It's fairly like it's a pretty big office. Like there's some bookshelves with stuff around it, and there's a big great table, desk to work at. But otherwise, it's not too fancy or anything. There's no high art or anything around here.
Okay. Janice is not impressed, but
But yeah, do you have anything else for the guildmaster right now? Because you can
If we
always come
wanted
back.
a drink, where might one go? Anywhere you recommend?
The guildmaster says, well, in the market district there's different places, but you probably shouldn't go there now.
Because of the election, or
Or because it's late.
Yeah.
Yes.
okay, fine. We'll wait until our cart gets to us.
Mr.
and then
Underscore G63 is raiding the stream.
Or act on. We'll do other stuff once we have our cart, and then our turn to leave.
Yeah, I leave too.
okay, yeah. So we all go leave the
Betting area.
office.
The guild chambers.
And
Yep.
then I say to everyone, the second we get the cart back, I'm putting an arcane lock on that chest.
That's if it's still there.
Oh god.
Yeah. So
What do you mean?
you
500 gold.
you all go and sleep in the basement as tradition, and you're giving, you're fed and you get to sleep, and all's good in that term, and you get to have a long rest if you needed that. I think somebody might have still needed some hit dice back. I don't think anyone did anything else since your last one, but yeah, you rest up, and in the morning, the guildmaster actually comes to you and says, "Please follow me. Your belongings have arrived."
I'm going to
My
very
belongings.
happily follow
I
him.
sprint.
I mean, the guildmaster is sprinting, so
Well, whatever.
Devin's just running round and round.
You very carefully match his pace, step by step.
yeah. So hold
I
on.
cast Expeditious Retreat on it.
So you the guildmaster leads you outside, and there you see a small group. You see your great loyal companion Fluffy. You see your cart, which from a distance seems to have everything you put in there. And then along Fluffy there is a creature that some of you might be familiar with. Janice probably less likely, but but a creature that looks like a turtle walking on 2 feet. And they are leaning on a nice looking walking stick. And in addition, there's also a dwarf.
I'm
An
gonna-
older dwarf
How big is the turtle?
with a long grey beard, and seems to be quite the old dwarf. The turtle is
Is it like pint sized?
no medium sized. The turtle
Oh,
is
you mean like
does
human sized?
yes. Yeah, but the turtle does not have a height, so I don't know how tall they are. But the guildmaster says, here is your cart and your belongings. We sent Donnie here to pick them up from Ragornir, and he is also our guild wizard Dorgan, who was also traveling to Ragornir for other reasons, and has now come back.
Hello, Donny. I say, and I'm not even going to look at Donny. I'm just going straight for the chest to see if it's there and if it's got the same stuff it had.
It
Start
is all
meticulously counting.
it's all there.
I'm going to put the most valuable gem number 4, into the same pocket I have as the scroll case, just to have some emergency funds.
Mm-hmm.
And
Putting all your eggs in one basket. Yes, good. Go ahead.
why not? What's the worst that happens? And then I'm going to pat Fluffy on the head.
Janice is just generally fascinated by this. She's never seen a donkey or a turtle person before, so
Oh, that's why I didn't cast Arcane Lock before, because I need gold dust. That's right.
Grind
We
up
should have
one of
named
the
the party
coins.
Fluffy's adventuring party.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Did we actually, or just talk about it, attaching one of the extra? Because I know, I think it was Celeste who got the magical axe. So the old axe, I think we talked about attaching it to the bottom of the cart as like an emergency weapon. Is it? Did we do that, or did we talk about doing that?
You didn't do that. Those were Celeste was carrying all the weapons.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Just wanted
Yeah.
to check.
So how is Donnie reacting to this group here?
So Donnie watched watched Frid just kind of completely ignore him, going straight for his materials, and he just looks over at him, and not even
Confirming
thank
all
you,
the stereotypes about Dragonborn. I'm sorry.
not even a thank you. Fine, I see how it is. And then Donnie's gonna just kind of start eyeing Giannis, give him this really tight, kind of just peaky eye glare. Like, never seen your kind around here before, and I thought I stuck out like a sore thumb.
I'm just gonna stare back equally. Like Janice has a lot of experience staring, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
we happen to know Fluffy was at least a moderately acceptable companion. I'm gonna walk back with him. Smells to high heaven, but at least the beast can walk a bit. So
You walked all the way here from Ragornir?
Fluffy and I made the journey. Like when the guild needs something picked up, something moved, I tend to be the guy they talk to. So.
Thank you, delivery boy. Without your services, we'd be in dire straits indeed. You have my thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Don't call me boy though. If anything, we should be calling y'all the Lost Boys. The way you guys can't keep track.
Delivery girl, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to presume. My apologies.
Yeah. About that. Looks like a lot of valuable stuff to just be lying around some burglars, though. Where you guys headed with it?
It doesn't really matter, does it?
Are you must be from the surface then, right? Your kind?
I mean, I just kind of grew up here. My parents died here when I was a baby. Walked around on my own. Got a stick. Made a life I had to do. Guild always treated me right, though. It's not often that I find myself as the biggest guy in town. But hey, lucky me, surrounded by these little people all the time. So, can't complain. Work comes when I need it. I sit over there by that wall when I doesn't.
Wait. Is Donnie the turtle or the dwarf?
I'm a turtle.
The turtle.
The turtle.
The turtle.
Yeah.
The turtle.
Donnie's the turtle. He's a turtle with a stick, okay? I know. I'm a real original idea for a character, all right?
Wait, who's taller?
Is he a monk? Is he a monk as well?
Nah, I ain't no monk, okay?
Okay.
I use this stick to fight people off when I need to. Oftentimes, hey, look, it's a whole 6 foot tall, 400-pound turtle. Let's fight him. What do you know? I tend to deal with it how I got to deal with it. I figured it out.
All right, 6 foot. So never mind.
Yeah, the guildmaster kind of interjects here, and as you're talking, and says, I was thinking about your request that you put out for a replacement, and Donnie here, I understand you've been wanting to get out of the city, right?
I mean,
Wouldn't it just work out quite well if you came in? This group has lost some of their more sturdy members, so
yeah, Donnie just kind of looks the entire group up and down, clearly sizing them up, and it's like, yeah, y'all made it back from the underdog, though, right? You guys?
We
I hope we got a call that was all like, hey, I lost my stuff, I'm trapped, how do I get home? I was like, good God, what are we doing here? Any cops picked up, they can't walk places, what's up? I mean, y'all, you don't look beefy enough for my liking, but I mean, I don't know. Looks like you could use someone that can actually do some damage, opposed to just running after gems, getting weird looks from everybody around me. I don't even know what you're doing over there, little Clary man, but what's up?
the guildmaster says to Donnie, Donnie, you know, they are a chartered adventuring group as well, so you would probably be getting a little bit more money than you are just doing your jobs around here.
Donnie just kind of like gives a side glance to the guild leader. It's like, oh, they got the creds. Oh, yeah, you know what? Y'all definitely, y'all could use some help. Okay, let me come with you. Alrighty. I beat people up with sticks. It's a good old time. Alrighty. I don't got much, but I guarantee you I got what you're looking for. You feel me?
All right. Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
It's just about that time. What are y'all feeling on today, though? I mean, the city, there's not much to look at. We don't got suns. We got a lot of rocks. But, I mean, I can show you around. You need a little drinky drink. I know a couple places.
Yeah, I believe we wanted to find the tavern. Yeah.
9 o'clock in the morning, still looking for the tavern already. All right.
Well, it's been a while since I've gotten a meat pie.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody here has been living off of rations, which are probably like really disgusting after eating them for 6 days in a row. So
You can
Yeah,
show us to
so-
the hardware store or the general store.
Yeah. Donnie, do you have a last name?
Hardware.
Everyone just calls me Donnie.
Okay, great. And I
I
take out the charter.
Although I do got a son, and he pulls out of his shell his little pet rat, sits on his shoulder. It's like, that's Tinder, okay? He doesn't need much, but
Did you say Splinter? Was that or
no. We're Donatello and Tinder. Clearly, nothing related to any other combination of rats and turtles you could possibly think of. I don't know where you get that idea from. Tinder, like Tinder and Flint. We make the fire. We're kind of some fire starters. That's just kind of what we're known for.
Perfect fit.
Maybe you might do well with us then.
Yeah, maybe.
And I'll point
Maybe
to
you'll
the
do well with
charter.
me. We'll see.
I'll
Wait,
point
which
to the
class?
charter and show the name that we have fire starters. And we may have set a few places on fire. We're kind of a blaze, you might say.
I probably wouldn't, but
The guildmaster listens to this kind of concerned.
I've never
But,
set anything on fire.
But now that you have Donnie with you, who indeed is a native of this place, I can now reveal to you the map of this whole place. Because Donnie also owns a map, so whatever Donnie wants to tell you, you'll know.
What class
but
is
here's
Donnie?
Donnie is a turtle. You'll find out.
Okay, fine.
portal.
But yes, welcome to Stoneholm. You can see a few. The arena is marked out as kind of an error. Otherwise, it's just marking out the district. But I forgot to remove the arena. But otherwise, you can see the major districts of the city, and then also we have the white dots again that you can check out for some more info on certain places. And your party is found in the middle right part at the Adventurers Guild over here.
Arena. What's the arena? I turn excitedly to Donnie.
Oh, that. Don't even talk about it. It's a mistake.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Dwarves fighting. Nothing good ever happens of it. It's just boring.
Okay.
That's
They
just. So are you saying it's just a normal bar then?
Oh yeah, totally. That's totally just a bar.
It's just
nowadays.
a drinking place then. If it's a place where dwarves fight.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. That's how.
Is the guild wizard guy still hanging around?
Yes, they just they seem to be observing you with some interest.
If you're the wizard then, I presume. What was your name?
I just said it. I will not repeat it. Dorgan.
Dorgan or Gorgon?
Dorgan. Dorgon. Dorgan.
Marvin, do you still have that little slip of paper
The
with the
which one?
Well, you've both
one
of
with
them
the skulls on
actually.
it.
The one with the poem on it, and that sketch that you've made of that infernal contraption that we
Oh
saw
well,
down
the
in the
contraption
mines.
is more than a slip of paper. I bring out multiple blueprints because you said it took me 45 minutes to draw all of it. So.
Yeah.
You just unfold.
Yeah, unfold. Yeah.
Unfold.
Yeah. Yeah. That. Yeah.
Yeah, the wizard brings up the slip of paper where you have written the text before, so the guildmaster must have given it to them. But they also take this blueprint, and the wizard looks over over the blueprint and says, well then, I'm not at all familiar with what this is. Where did you find it?
In the hideout / home of a couple of gnomes.
Well, we don't know if it was gnomes, but we're assuming it was a
presumed
gnome.
gnomes.
In the Underdark?
Had we quite
Yes, I believe so.
Underdark border?
We weren't on the surface, that's for sure.
No, but we were fairly close.
The wizard asks whether Svirfneblin?
What?
Deep gnomes. Whether deep gnome.
Oh, no idea.
We've never met them.
All
We
right.
assumed based on the height of certain things and the size of the bed, we were kind of like, this seems like probably gnomes.
All right. Well, no, I do not know what this is, but I'm interested to know more. Where can I find this contraption?
Oh.
Do you know anything about magical fire? Like liquid
Yes.
fire. Liquid fire.
Sorry? Liquid fire?
Yeah.
They had
came
another
out of a
machine.
machine in this same building or cave home, and it kind of started flowing out and growing in all directions at an alarming rate, frankly. And we had to leave there, and then the tunnel caved in. So I don't know if you're really going to be able to find it too easily, but it was a very odd situation.
Yeah.
The wizard shrugs and says, "Oh, well, would have
I
been
don't even
cool."
know how. I don't even know how you would go about transporting it out. It's bigger than the door.
But the wizard hands back the blueprints to Mervyn and says, "You should probably find an artificer to look this over. I'm sure it would be easy for them to figure out what this is."
Yeah, guess what?
Ouch! Ouch!
Mervin's eyes narrow, and and this man has just made an enemy for life.
But then they take out the slip of paper with the with the little poem on it, and they say, about this, I do not know about this either, but I do believe this sounds like something that the sage up on the mountain could maybe know about. There's the wizard points straight upwards and says, right above us, there lives a hermit who knows many mystical things. You should perhaps go there and consult them about this. I do not believe anyone else in town would know, but then again, you try your luck there as well. But the hermit probably knows something. Some say they are a knower of things, some say they are mad. Whatever it is, this sounds like they might know something about this.
Would you know anything about this? And I mage hand to pick up the ice sword, or the remnants of it, and I say, I hold it near, and I say, "Don't touch."
No, Fred, it's okay. It's okay. You can pick it up. You can pick it up.
Kate,
Fred's a little possessive about his things, but we're working on it. You
It's
can
a bit,
pick it up.
do you wanna roll for that lie?
Okay. Sure. Should I pick deception as one of the traits that Mervyn is good at? I did. Despite having a +0 charisma.
The wizard just looks at the sword and says, Oh, yes, this seems to be the remains of a Rime Frost blade. You, in fact, should probably not touch it without some proper protective equipment.
That's right. It's broken.
And what would the proper protective equipment be?
Can we get some gloves in town?
Yes, indeed. You would want to go to one of the arcane blacksmiths. They could possibly fashion some sort of a glove to wear to use this blade with, and they could probably also clean it up a little bit.
Okay.
We need to.
And would it
sort of
still be
examine
useful,
the
do you
blade
think?
as well.
You were talking at the same time, so I don't know what either one of you said.
Do we have to sort of examine it to see what it does, or
Well, if he knows what it
What
is,
do you
then
mean?
they would tell us, no?
Say, wizard, do
Oh,
you
yeah.
know the stat block of the Rime Frost sword?
What are the specs?
Yeah, the wizard can explain to you that yes, it is a sword that also is very cold.
Very well, very well. Say, Donnie, you mentioned a market, right? What might one purchase there? Or
What are you looking for? Food, supplies, clean stuff,
well,
dirty stuff, light stuff, heavy stuff. What are we looking at?
of course, I'm always interested in magical trinkets of any variety, but I do not know the specialty of this dwarven people. You say you have lived here your whole life. What is the specialty here?
Stones are the cool thing here. That's what they all about, the stones. But I mean, there's at least one guy around for most things. It might not be the flashiest, might not be the best selection you ever seen, especially of somebody of your caliber, Mr. Dow or Ms. Dow over there. I know.
Of course.
But I mean, just around the corner over here, we could probably find something what you're looking for.
Oh, fantastic. I pull up Mervin's shopping list.
A new bedroll should be on that.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Fred. I set my last one on fire.
Yeah. The wizard. What else did I want to ask the wizard? Has the guildmaster briefed you on the stuff we've encountered? Perhaps you're familiar with the blue panther we spotted that seemed to have some odd properties.
The wizard says, "No, I hadn't heard about these yet, but please tell me more."
So
we
just
found.
explain this.
Yeah. I explain the creature that we encountered and ask
The
if he knows
dwarves.
anything for saving us a bit of time repeating the same
Yep.
thing multiple times.
The wizard ponders this for a moment and says, well, sounds like you have been close to a ley line, or the emergence of a ley line, and this is something that Janice is actually, you do know what that is. You know that ley lines are like concentrations of magic and magical energies, and even though you didn't recognize it when you saw it, now it kind of makes sense.
And what normally happens if someone enters a ley line?
The wizard looks a little bit confounded by this. It says one cannot enter a ley line. They are simply the magical veins of the world.
Okay, I'll rephrase. If someone goes too near a ley line, what usually happens?
Usually nothing.
Okay, and would you happen to have any books or knowledge yourself on the history of ley lines and anything that might have come out of a ley line in the past?
The wizard says, no, I mean, we arcane practitioners all use these ley lines and the energy that they give to the world in the arcane weave to create spells. Perhaps I could teach you a spell or two in a few years if you wanted to learn some magic yourself. And yes, it's quite common for us to use them. They are everywhere. But a particularly powerful one goes through this mountain range.
Okay. Good to know. And thank you for the offer, but I will point to the magic hand still holding the thing. I'm not a novice of magic myself, though I feel it may be slightly different to yours. But again, thank you for the offer.
Yeah, the wizard didn't seem to like consider mage hand to be even like magic.
That's just
What?
party tricks.
I'm still no magic.
All right.
Part of me wants to use one of my second level spell slots just to impress this man.
That rusty old stick you're holding is producing some sparks. What of it?
I'd like to turn to the guild master and ask, just say, now that I'm part of an adventuring party, earlier during your magnificent speech, you'd mentioned something about quests and rewards. Or where might one find those?
The guildmaster says, well, there's odd jobs that we can give you here at the adventuring guild, but you of course have your quest, whatever it is. I'm
do?
sure your allies have already briefed you on this. But on top of that, yes, you can come to the Adventurers Guild to find some work. You can talk to people and ask if they need any help. We, of course, even chartered adventuring guilds are expected to perform some quest duties on their way to their quest target.
Yeah, we haven't briefed you just yet. Don't worry about it. But on that note, let's actually go shopping. I do feel as though we would benefit from gaining some more supplies after being in the Underdark for so long. Some more equipment might help us on the next leg of our journey. And we can check on the guild board or with the handlers to see if there are any small quests later.
Alright.
Okay, follow me, you guys. And then Donnie takes them around the corner to the marketplace. That's, say, a block north, block and a half, 2 blocks west.
Yeah, it's these are all like medium-sized houses, so it takes you a few moments to get to the marketplace there. Now I have prepared for you a thingy, so or rather used a site to prepare this. So in this link right over here in the chat, you can find
The items that are here. Ooh,
stuff
that's
that you can buy here.
expensive.
Oh, that's
Yes, there's everything from cheap to expensive stuff. So yeah, there's some stuff that you definitely can't buy.
Mhm.
Does this include the normal stuff or
No.
Scroll
In
or
the
addition,
normal stuff? So this is
yeah.
just the bonus. Okay.
Yeah. In
Yeah, okay.
addition, you can also find anything like mundane.
Yeah.
In this place, it is a big city, so you can find any sort of regular items that you would want. These are just the magical items that you can find in the shops as you browse through them.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we should start with the normal items first, because those. It's
Yeah.
obvious what we.
wait,
Scroll of
kinda
control
stop it.
flames seems
Mervin, no special stuff just yet.
yeah.
And no fire, to be fair. I don't think that's the best idea.
Spell of
Say-
control flames maybe would have helped when there was an uncontrollable amount of flames around us, is what I meant.
And we keep
Say,
getting
now that
some
I'm a
flavor
member of the
incidents.
party. Oh, sorry, Ward. Okay. Say, now that I'm a member of the party, that chest of gold you had.
Yeah.
You don't have any of your own money yourself as a member of nobility?
Well,
Didn't
of
go
course,
away with a
but
pocket of money?
of course, I show my ring. This gives me access to the Duralis family finances at the local nearest guild branch, of course. But I don't know if there's any drow banks in Stoneholm.
Oh man. Okay, so I did want to talk about one thing. I would like, if you guys would permit, 200 gold piece jewels for something, and then I think it would be good if we had, and I think one of the jewels we already have would suffice for this. I think it would be good to have a jewel worth 300 on hand in case one of us dies. Because Mort has Revivify. He should, I
Oh.
think.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm
think it'd
not
be-
opposed to protecting us from
Yeah.
death after
Yeah.
all the danger we've
Yeah.
had so far.
But that's quite a bit of money to spend, so I wanted to run it. That's
What
like
was the 200 for? 'Cause we already
that
have it.
so I wanted to have so the 300 gold jewel would be for a Revivify on hand, and then I wanted 100 gold for one of the infused item things I have, and then also just one on hand in case we really need to cast Identify or something. But that can be cut if we don't want to have
Just
100.
for reference, what's the party war chest at?
Just over 1,000 gold pieces.
If we
Okay,
were
you
to
can
sell all
check-
the
Yeah, you
jewels.
can.
If we
Yeah,
were
you
to
can
sell
check
all jewels,
the-
it's just over 1,000. I
Was
think.
that? No, I thought jewels were separate to the.
Yeah, they are separate. You can check the cart in
okay.
your inventory over there under your player character thingies. So yeah, you have like about 2k in gold.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay, so that
And I think
cap of water breathing.
I think Donnie brings in a few coins as well.
Yeah, I got like spending money, maybe like 100 left over. You know,
Yeah.
I don't need much. Just live
And
out here.
then we have the dragon bones in the cart to make Mort's augury runes, right?
But they don't know that.
Oh yeah. I was just asking too. We still have those dragon bones in the cart, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right.
Okay.
So yeah. So how do we feel about buying those jewels?
They might be useful, so I say why not?
Okay, that's 500 gold total. Or do we want to have just 100 gold jewel for me? Are you guys okay with 2, or should we just do 1?
So wait. Let me ask. You said that you were going to buy them?
Oh yeah, is there not somewhere to buy jewels?
No, I mean you have gems.
Right. We don't
Yeah,
have any
exactly.
we don't have any 100 gold one. It goes from 10, 50, then 600,
yeah,
then
so
1,000. So I thought
Yeah, we as we determined, I think HJ asked it like 25 sessions ago.
Can we crack them
you
in
can
half?
you can cut them in chunks if there's somebody skillful enough to do that, and in this city you can find them. Yeah.
Okay, then we will do that instead. We will take the 600 one and cut it. Okay. right.
What kind of
Then never
shop
mind.
is this?
There's
I
lots
just
of shops.
assume-
We're in a marketplace. The list is just a list of magical items on top of normal shops and normal items.
Yeah.
Can I get the crossbow identified at the local blacksmith?
You just have to spend some time looking at it during a short or long rest. I don't remember which, but that's what I thought.
Yeah, you just need to use a short rest to experiment with it. And also, blacksmith wouldn't be able to help you. It's a wizard who casts spells.
One of those arcane blacksmiths would probably do, though, that the wizard mentioned.
Or perhaps the wizard who mentioned being a
Oh,
wizard.
yeah. Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we don't have enough money to buy any of these magical items, unfortunately.
Hey,
Well,
I'm a pretty good at convincer. I'm sure we could get a scroll of the mighty fortress if we really wanted to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I
Um,
think my mother had a couple of those, but I didn't bring any with me.
I think we should. I'm just gonna repeat. I think we should have a scroll of control flames on hand
much
to
is
use
that?
as a fire extinguisher.
Scroll of control flames.
I mean, it's like 20 gold. I don't know why you guys are still arguing about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
buy
yeah,
that,
let's
yeah.
just get it.
From-
Yeah,
from
yeah,
what
we're
you
buying.
told
Okay.
me, you'd like to play with fire, so control flames.
In terms of normal items, I would like to purchase 20 torches.
20 torches.
Or yeah, 20 torches, and then I'll carry, I guess, 5 on my backpack, and then the rest
Yeah,
in the car.
yeah. That would be 20. No, wait. Wait. Yeah?
And I would also like to try and persuade the owner to give it to me for
Buy
cheaper.
It's 20 copper pieces for those torches.
Is that a discounted price or the base price?
No, that's the base price.
Can I convince
No.
him to give it half? Really? What is the point of even being a bard if I can't use any bard traits ever?
If I can't convince anyone to do anything I want all the time.
Well, no, I
It's 20
don't.
copper, man.
I don't get to do anything really with bard related. It's sad.
No.
Okay, I'd like to buy the scroll of mending. I'm just gonna straight up pay for it.
Scroll of what?
Mending.
Mending.
Wait, don't
Okay.
we already have? Oh wait, what is this scroll of mending? Don't we have someone in the party? who
Mervyn
cast
can
it?
Yeah, I
do
mean,
unlimited
yeah, it's one
mending.
of my cantrips, but you can have a scroll of mending if you
I just want one.
if you so yeah.
Janice
you can have
Janice
one.
just likes the idea of having. She really wanted that
Yeah.
the cap of water breathing, but it's a bit out of her price range. All right.
I mean, you can afford a cap of water breathing.
Janice,
I said you
can
got. No, I mean not Janice alone, but I mean you have your party money. That's the whole point of the card, is that your money is pooled together.
So
your
guys, I think we should
your own
really
inventories-
buy this nifty hat.
So your own inventory should not have any gold in them. At this point, you should take the gold away from your inventory and put it in the cart. For the new characters as well. I mean, of course, you haven't been able to do that yet, but you can do that now. So yeah, you have about like 2k in gold with the gems together.
I have a question about turtles. Can
Yeah,
they
what's up?
breathe? Can you breathe underwater, Donnie?
I-
Is that a
so-
crazy assumption?
So it's a bit of a sore subject. I can't breathe underwater. Exactly. However, if you want to have a breath holding contest, I'll kick your butt every time. So I can sit there for a full hour. Like it's nothing. It's just I'm just living, chilling, metabolizing, doing my thing.
Okay. All right. That's nice. Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
I like to think sitting in the water not breathing is also very cool. So thank you.
Mhm.
My favorite pastime.
Depends on the temperature of the water, of course. But
Oh yeah. You got warm stuff.
Could I transfer 50 feet of rope from our cart to my inventory?
Yep.
We are paranoid now. I would
Just
like to
just mark out to
buy-
the cart that it's
Yeah,
450 then.
450, yeah.
I would like to buy.
But also, do remember that the idea of the cart is to be used as a shared inventory and to
Yeah,
alleviate
but I didn't
having
have any
to
access
do your
to
stuff.
it, so
Well,
Yeah,
yes, it
it's
was a
something
bit of
I
a
need-
special thing.
well,
You're not
I
gonna
don't
lose
know what's
success
coming
to
up
it,
and what's not. So
at least.
I feel like
in
in
a few
character, it makes
we
sense for Fred
replenish
to
our
now
farm.
have some rope on him.
Yeah, but okay. So just to make sure, just to reiterate, it's we are separating mechanics and the game itself here. It's not stuff that's on the card is available to your character in the like it's just to make the game flow better, so everyone knows what you got. So things aren't in your different inventories, because then if somebody's missing from a session and you're like, oh, I wish we had some rope, and then nobody knows that there's rope in one of your inventories. So that's what the idea of it is. And the underdog thing was kind of a special adventure, but even then, you had your most of your adventuring gear on you.
I would like to buy 50 gold worth of gold dust and a bedroll.
All right.
Can I replenish
Again, you will have
our
to.
rations?
So, you will have to deduct from the cart. So,
170. Yeah. And then how much would a bedroll be, roughly?
bedroll you can get at 1 gold piece.
1 gold piece? Okay.
Yeah.
better be good. You better be comfortable.
Okay. I have edited the gold on the cart.
All right. Oh,
Can I
also,
replenish the rations?
How many do you want to buy?
We lost a lot of them on route here, didn't we? So we'd just like to go back to 10 a piece, just in case.
How many?
10 for each person, I assume.
So 50 rations.
No, 25. No, wait.
If it's 10 for
does
10 for
Donnie-
each.
I got some food already, but looks like y'all could use a bite too. So.
I think, I have, how many rations left?
I mean, because if we get lost again, we're definitely screwed.
Okay. Do you guys mind if I spend some of our money on poisoning ingredients? Just
How
a
much?
200? Just a tiny bit,
We
know.
can stretch for that.
Says just a tiny bit and wants to spend more than my entire net worth. Okay, that's fine.
Well, if the money fits in your hands, it's a tiny bit, of course. So,
200.
so I'd spend enough money to make 4 more doses of poison. And how long does it take me to make them? Okay, yeah, I'll have to spend 4 hours eventually converting that into actual poisons.
When we are done at the market, I would like to go, if there is one, to a jewel worker, jewel smith, jewel carver, and ask
Yep.
them to convert the 600 one into 6 100 ones.
Yep. So I'd like to ask everyone to please let's take these things one at a time. So
Oh,
let's go
yes.
back to the rations because we didn't finish that that yet. So how many
does,
rations?
everybody have?
I need 3.
I think I
How much do you need,
3
KK?
as well.
You need 3, okay?
Let me just check.
How much would you need, okay?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3.
Okay. And then Tom, how
And
much
Janice?
would you need?
Can you
Okay.
hear us?
9
Does
rations,
Tillman,
please.
do you need
Oh.
any rations?
Yeah, 4.
Yep. All right.
That's,
So
13.
that's gonna
And food.
be 65 silver pieces.
6.
So if
Can we
KK
haggle?
can remove that from the cart.
Okay, sure.
So 65 gold silver pieces, sorry, not gold pieces, silver pieces. And so 0.65 gold pieces. Then so Tillman, are you gonna buy the gold? I mean the poison stuff.
Yeah, just 200 worth. I assume there's an apothecary or something. The stuff I don't need isn't specifically rare. I just need 50 gold per dose, so I assume
Yeah.
that's just something I can find.
Yep. Nobody's opposed to that. You can then remove 200 gold from your monies.
I did.
And so yeah, then you wanted to cut down your gems. So yeah, you can do that. You can do it basically free of charge. So you can just
They can get paid in the dust that comes off when they break.
Yeah.
yeah. So you can just break them off if you want into pieces. And
Then I will.
Yep.
How should we
Break
do
the
this?
600 one into a 100, a 200, and a 300.
No, I want 3. Wait, 1 second. Let me check something on my character sheet. I would like 3 100 and 1 300.
No, that works as well.
Just based on what I. 1 second. Let me. Yeah. It's 100. Yeah. 3 100 ones, and 1 300 one.
Does
So
a
if-
magical scroll need the components as well for the spell?
no.
So the scroll of identify, that would work without needing the gem.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me check.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't require any sort of
Oh, and that would be great because then I don't have to use a spell
materials.
slot. I mean, the materials are already.
Yeah, it is without the material components every time. So
But
Okay.
identify the components aren't consumed anyways, so
Are they not?
no. If it's specifically, if the spell specifically consumes the components, it will say so
Yeah.
Let me check.
in the thing.
yeah,
I
it
don't have
specifies an
identify, so-
identify does not consume them.
Oh, you're right. Fantastic. Okay.
You just need the
then-
item at hand.
Okay, so then I would like to keep 2 of the gems on my person, and then 1 can be in the cart. Should I list them all on the cart anyway? And then
Yeah.
okay. All right. Then KK, if you'll on your character sheet just note that you have the 300 one. Okay.
All right. Nobody wants to buy anything. Any magical items?
Can we go to those?
There's some good magical items there.
And we don't have much. We don't have
We-
money
Say
for
we-
most of them.
We can come back after we've after I visited a bank or something, or we've earned a bit of money.
Also, I think it was wise to cover the necessities before we went for fun stuff.
Yeah.
And I can't tell what most of the items do because if I click on them, then they just take me to a link saying you haven't bought this on D&D Beyond. So I don't know what half
copy
of
it.
them do.
Yeah,
Just copy it into Google. It's
yeah, it comes up.
Yeah, and you can also ask.
but no, Janice is otherwise
The
done
shopkeepers,
shopping.
yeah. The shopkeepers can tell you what the items they are hawking do.
Staring longingly at the cup of water breathing.
How much is a cup of water breathing again?
Can I try and barter
1,000.
with one of the vendors of the magical items?
You can try.
Okay. Can I? I'd like to try and get the +2 studded leather for 600 gold. See if they would sell it for that much.
Wait. For 600?
Yes.
+2.
Yes.
Holy
The
smokes.
6,000 GP item. I'm trying to get it for 600. I could try for 900, but then that would be all our money. So.
I mean, I can tell you that that doesn't sound reasonable. So you probably it'll be a waste of time to try. That is entirely unreasonable to try and get it at like at a tenth of its price.
Maybe if you're
Then
persuasive,
the whole
You would
shop is
you would have to
overpriced. We can't.
you would have to cast some sort of mind control spell for that.
Oh, don't tempt him.
Otherwise, I don't. Janice doesn't have anything else she wants to buy.
Can you guys give me a minute? I'm just checking up. What's the middle class of armor between light and heavy?
Medium?
Medium. Yeah.
What does
Can you give me a second? I'm just googling a few things.
What does the scroll of Mighty Fortress do?
It casts Mighty Fortress. Mighty Fortress
Inspiring.
is it's like your tiny hut, but a mighty fortress.
Okay.
Is that
Oh, I
one
think I know.
time use?
Oh, isn't that the one that has like all the unseen servants in it as well?
That's Mordecai's magnificent mansion.
You're right. Yes.
It does have servants in it as well. Yeah,
Okay.
a staff of 100 servants, in fact.
What would a weapon of warning do, and what properties would that have?
All the warning ones are like 60,000.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
Donnie's just kind of like looking at him as he asks these questions, just like,
It's
what is going
it's sort of it warns you of a danger. It gives you spider sense in a way, but you have advantage on initiative rolls, and you and any of your friends within 30 feet of you can't be surprised, and the weapon also wakes you up if you're sleeping.
okay.
So
and,
basically, it
does
just
it have to
makes
be
it
in
so
my
you can't
hand
be
or on my person?
surprised.
It's the alert feat.
It wakes you up, so it just
It's the weapon of
Um,
game
it's
breaking.
wherever.
The person who's selling that, could I use bonus action, unsettling words. To use one of my bardic inspiration die to decrease the number on its next saving throw.
Oh boy.
Um,
Oh boy.
I mean,
Oh, no.
depends on what you're about to do, but what you are about to do might be considered hostile action.
Give me this thing for
Then use the
1/60th
spell.
of its
This is the you will
suggestion
be eventually you will
after.
be killed by this act.
Well, looking at the price of this thing and guessing at what you want to do, again, a suggestion also requires the suggestion to be reasonable.
I mean, in the example, it says a knight might give her warhorse to the first beggar she meets, and so just giving away stuff seems within the capabilities of the spell. No.
Yeah, but doesn't that just make you be like their best friends? Will your best friends give you 60,000 worth?
Or is the
Yeah,
fact
it's
that
it's
businessman, so he,
unreasonable.
like, changes
Yeah,
the
it's
mind?
unreasonable for a shopkeeper to give one of their like most prized items to you for free or for a fraction of its cost.
You
that
could probably
is
give you could probably get one
unreasonable.
of like the mid-tier items, and maybe the suggestion would be to accept a like
You could
promise that you'll pay later, like something like that. I think is maybe within the realm of possibility, but
maybe
not
you
the-
could convince them one of the gems is much more valuable than it actually is.
That's just the point is I'm not meant to fleece them to that degree, and I won't do anything then.
Can I just ask, who has high dexterity here? Okay, so
Steal it.
that's 3 of us.
I have a +2 modifier.
I think Janice is probably higher.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, probably
The
higher,
rest,
but
I have a
No,
plus.
I meant higher than mine. Sorry.
I have a +5, so I can. Janice can do like knife
There
tricks
we
all day
go.
long.
Is +5 20?
Yeah.
Oh. Does anyone want to think about medium armor? Because the thing that I found online is pretty cheap relative to what we have. If your dexterity is going to get boosted, of course. And you have proficiency in medium armor. I don't know.
Medium armor. No, oh, that's medium armor isn't something I can use, unfortunately. It's too heavy for my lithe, noble
What about
frame.
Marvin?
Do we want to get a couple potions of healing?
Sorry?
Or no?
sure it would save us that spell slots. So
All right.
if we
how
can
much?
afford it, then go ahead.
They're 50 each.
At this point,
200?
I think I'll also remind you. I've been wondering if you ever gonna remember it.
We
Fred
already
actually
have
has a healing potion, and also you also have a potion you never identified.
Do I?
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah, from the mansion.
Yeah, remember.
You picked it up back when and never actually checked.
It's not in my inventory, so.
Yeah, I guess that's why.
Um,
But it's another it's in fact another potion of healing. So you
And I
have
have
two.
one of mine too.
Okay, so then maybe we don't need them.
You guys have a bunch of healing. I mean, we have
Yeah,
2 people who can cast healing spells.
3 actually.
So would
Three.
Donnie know the way to the hermit, by the way?
How would you guys
So Donnie would you would I mean you the hermit's
you're
not in the city. But probably, possibly. I mean, has Donnie been around like outside at all?
whenever the guild would send him places for stuff, it's more of like, would I be aware of, or would Donnie be aware of, like, if the terrain was bad enough that we might need climbing gear because it's up the mountain to get to them?
No, you don't. No. You think there's actually like just a regular path up there, like
Okay.
it's easy enough to get there. But yeah,
Does
KK.
Donnie have a disadvantage? Can you guys hear me?
I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Does Donnie have disadvantage on stealth checks?
Um,
Or am I
Mm,
just
No,
thinking things?
don't think so.
I actually
Unless
have,
he's wearing the heaviest armor.
I don't have any armor. I got a shell. So.
Yeah.
It's
So
a natural armor.
I have a natural armor class and I can't put anything on. Yeah, I should be fine on stealth.
I think you can technically. Does it say that you can't put anything on? Because I think
can't put on
you
heavy-
technically.
Heavy armor I can't put on. I know it says.
Okay. Because
might be able to
I
tell
think
it.
I think you can technically put on armor, but you just don't get the AC benefit out of it.
Yeah, and I can definitely hold a shield and get the AC added on.
Yeah.
Do you need?
But like yeah.
Do you need to have proficiency to use a shield?
I believe.
I don't
That's
think
a
so.
Great
think so.
question.
No.
I can get shield proficiency as a field
Um,
goal, but I don't think I need it.
Do you guys mind if we
I do have proficiency either way though.
do you guys mind if we could
You're cutting out more. Sorry.
yeah. Let me just am I audible now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you guys mind if we could sort of haggle for a breastplate? That's like 400 gold. Then I could like
400?
use my contact spells a lot more.
Oh, I see.
Because
If we
don't
can
have any front line.
if we
right
can get
now.
it down to 300, I would be fine with it. We already have. We have. Oh wait, sorry. How much money we have left? We have 973 left. And then hopefully whatever Janice can add.
Which is nothing.
Nothing.
Which she doesn't know that.
I think. Yeah, I think if we can get it down to 300.
Can the wizards
what
wear
about the rest of you
breastplates?
He's cleric.
Oh, cleric.
Yeah. Mort is the scared cleric who stays back behind everyone and acts like a wizard, but is actually a frontliner cleric.
What's your
I
AC
didn't
right
know
now?
that clerics were supposed to be 16, but that's what the
It's pretty
shield.
good.
That's not bad.
Oh, I see the I see the problem. Yeah, you don't want to use your shield because you want hands free for spells.
But
Oh.
but yeah. So KK also, I just noted you were suggesting medium armor for somebody with high dex, and that's not how it works. So dexterity maxes out at 2. So for example, if Janice even had the ability to put on medium armor, it would probably be better to still use light armor, because if your dexterity is high, you want to use light armor, not medium or heavy. If your dexterity
Right,
modifier is higher than 2, you don't get to add more. You only get to add a 2.
It
with
says
medium.
14 plus 2 for breastplate, and
Don't you also have
with
the
what I have, which is leather, it's
scale mail?
11 plus 3. So that would be a whole plus 2. That's why.
Who was wearing the scale mail of gleaming?
You
no? More?
Nobody's wearing it.
Yeah. No. I
The
don't think it was
one-
better than anyone's. It was
I
just
thought-
shiny.
It never gets dirty, and that is
Yeah.
nice.
Mort has medium armor proficiency, no?
Yeah.
So you could be using that. No?
Using the scale mill.
Yes.
Wait, let me just Google that. Yeah, sure, I guess. I
Okay.
forgot that we had that.
Yeah.
So do I just add it to my inventory? How does that work?
Oh, interesting.
Yep. It's something you have, so you can start wearing the Scale Mail of Gleaming if you want.
Wait, let's just
Your
get the
AC's
stats
already
for scale mill again.
16.
Using
So
what? What armor is he
wouldn't
already
it-
using?
Wouldn't it stay 16 with the scale mail of gleaming?
Yeah.
I'm using leather.
And you're getting to 16 AC without that.
With
you guys are
the
breaking up a little bit.
sorry.
What
with
is your
the
current AC? Let's start there. What is Mort's current
Yeah, it's
AC?
totally fucked you. 1 second.
We can just use the chat and roll 20 if that's better.
I can bring up Mort's character sheet here. So, yeah, Mort has an armor class of 16.
Does he have a shield equipped to reach that 16?
Shield.
14, 16.
There's many things here.
Yeah.
Yep, the shield is equipped, yeah.
Okay.
Shield
So
and
if he equips-
leather armor.
Gleaming?
I
Yeah.
see.
So if he
Okay.
equips the scale mail of gleaming, then and then has the shield, he would be higher than he was. So let's do that instead of spending money. Does anyone else want anything from these shops, or would we be able to go to the magical smiths who can do something about the sword or the blade?
I'm all done. I'm all good.
I say we go on some sort of adventure. Find the hermit.
Oh, did anyone ever take out the money for the scroll of control flames?
No.
No.
Didn't add it to the inventory either, so.
I will do that then. I will do that.
How do I change the armor class on the sheet?
You have to equip it.
And then you can click on the number after if it doesn't automatically do it and change it.
You click on the little dot next to the weight in the item name, and then you can check the equipped checkbox. If you don't have the item, you can drag it into your character sheet from the Roll20 compendium.
Oh, that's handy.
So you go to the info thing, you type in Armor of Gleaming. If it shows up, I don't know. Just scale mail.
Yeah, scale mail in particular. Gleaming can come in, I think, any kind of armor. So yeah, Mort equips that, which you've had for a while. But now Mort has the advantage of not ever getting dirty. So I think that's quite fitting.
We should bring it to someone to change the color of it.
Make it pink.
Make it pink.
I mean, I assume Mort is wearing robes on top of it.
It's just
But
Yeah,
the
of
rose will
course.
get dirty.
We can say that the enchantment can extend to the robes as
Cool,
well.
cool, cool.
Permeates whatever is overneath.
okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. All right. So is everyone done shopping?
Mhm.
Well, I wanted to go to the magic smiths to talk about gloves.
Yeah, I guess that's shopping as well. So yeah, you can find them as well here in the marketplace. You can find somebody who can craft you stuff.
Do they have a? So, what are they able to craft?
Pretty much whatever is within the rules. So it just requires money and time. There's you find a arcane blacksmith with 4 dwarves working in it, so that'll tell you about the speed that they can work at.
And would they know what the broken sword is? And if I show that to them, can they fix it?
Yeah, they recognize it as a Rhymefrost sword. It seems like it's a fairly mundane blade after all. So they tell you that they could that they can craft you a protective gauntlet to use with it. But they are saying that they can't exactly like create more of it very easily.
Would they be able to make it into a rapier? What's left of it?
No,
the
they can
longsword?
they can make it into a short sword.
Would they buy it? Would they buy it for what it is now?
As is. Sure, you can offer it to them.
How much would they be willing? Is their base price?
I mean, they'll want you to make an offer.
About an item I do not know. Then I'm going to come out with I'm going to say 60,000 gold. I don't know the price of it, so
They
Into the stars.
Correctly enough for
Open
the
to
scroll
cover.
that you wanted.
the smith you're talking with lets out a raucous laugh and says, "Good joke. Okay, how much really?"
you know the value of the item. I don't. What's reasonable?
4 gold.
I
This is how you get
I think
fleeced.
you'd be lucky to get 1,000 out of it.
I don't know. It could be worth 5,000. Could be worth
It's also broken.
500.
They say, well, in mint condition, I would pay maybe, let's say, 1,500 for this, but since it is broken, it'll require a protective gauntlet to be made for it. Needs to be fixed up and everything. I'd offer you 200 gold pieces.
Can I determine if he's lying or being deceitful?
Oh, you're along here, okay?
I mean, I assume we're all.
Yeah.
walking
Why would we
along as, like,
be?
a group?
Yeah. Because
I
we need the
mean-
cart with the money, so we would be traveling together so that we have access to the money.
Sure, you can roll an insight check. Oh no, I killed my chat. Wait. Oh no. Roll 20, please. I think you rolled, was it 19? Did I see correctly?
19.
Oh wait, yeah. So you don't think they are lying in any way?
Okay. I won't say anything. I'll just be like, yeah. Swords.
And are you sure 300 wouldn't be more reasonable?
roll your persuasion.
Yay. Oh, I didn't even have to use my trait.
The dwarf says, yes, that could work. Yes, 300 gold.
Cool. I'm happy to sell it for 300 then. So I will add that to the cart.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
All right. Goodbye, cool sword. Literally cool sword.
Well, it hurt us and would have cost us more money, so it was a good result, in my opinion. Anything else that we need? Are they able to make a... how much would a +1 rapier cost for them to make?
For them to make... let's see. No. It would cost them. They would probably make it for you for about 700 gold pieces, and it would take them. It would take them a week to make.
Can you get magical shields that offer more protection than just +2 to AC?
Yep. There's magical items for anything you can imagine.
Yeah.
So, but of course, more stranger magics might not be available from them.
Would a shield that gives just to check, a magical shield would +1 would increase the AC to +3. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to inquire how much a +1 magical shield would cost.
They give you the same quote for
700.
that. 707 days. They say they could make it in 3 days if you pay double.
And if I said that's a bit pricey and tried to persuade them on a lower price.
I whisper into Fred's ear. If you wait until I've been working on something, so when Mervyn levels up, I can make you a +1 armor.
Does that include shields or?
A suit of armor or a shield. A creature gains +1 bonus to armor class while wearing armor or wielding the shield of the thing I made. If you wait until I level up to 6, because I can't hold more infusions right now.
I guess we'll pass, and I'd like to go back to the normal shops, I guess, and ask how much a normal shield costs. So I don't have a shield. Full stop.
Just a regular shield.
A generic normal shield.
That is.
No, I'm thinking of having more than 13 AC in the back lines. Because if anyone looks at me, then I get hurt.
Yeah, it's 10.
10 gold.
Yeah, gold. Yeah.
Sure. Anyone have a problem with me buying a shield? No? Okay.
10 gold.
What do you normally do? Like,
I don't
cast
wield anything
sleep.
in my hands at all, and occasionally cast spells. which wait, is there a different item for a strapped shield that attaches to your arm, or is that not an item in D&D?
No, I mean a shield in 5th edition, a shield's a shield.
Okay, so
So
it's
trade-
always going to take your hand.
Yeah, you can get like
Yeah,
bracers of something, magical
I can-
bracers.
Your hand
or-
I
needs
can
to
make
be
an even
empty,
cooler
so
shield
they-
at 6th level. Ooh, just
Um,
going through the ones I can make.
but yeah, no, I think I can cast. I don't think there's any of my spells that require me to have 2 hands free. I can't think, or do spells in general need
I mean,
more
as
than-
long as you have proficiency with shields, it doesn't matter.
You need
You can cast
proficiency to have a
spells.
shield.
Um,
Or to gain
no,
a
but you
benefit
need
from it?
you need proficiency to be able to cast spells while using it, and
Oh.
also
I have
you
it,
gain
yeah.
you gain disadvantage on, I think, like strength and dexterity saving throws if you aren't proficient with armor you're using.
In that case, I will leave it, won't buy it, and I will be okay to go to the Hermit then if that's what people want to do.
Is that what we're doing?
The hermit's outside of the city, though, right?
Or we can go to the guild and check if they have any small jobs. Might be, 'cause then
Well-
we might find something en route as well.
It would be nice to get to know the city a bit better, but and I am a bit excited about this whole adventurer thing. Perhaps we could check at the guild headquarters?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess we go back to the headquarters and check for any cork boards or whatever they have.
They don't have cork boards, but yeah,
Stone
Donnie
chalkboards.
leads you back, as you would probably otherwise get lost already. And yeah, you get back to the guild, and the guildmaster will tell you to deal directly with them. So you
No,
probably go to
Yeah,
the
let's do
guildmaster
that
then. Yeah. So do you just go and ask for some jobs? I
Yes,
just like,
do you have any
get
work
us some.
that needs doing?
The guildmaster ponders for a moment and says, "Well, you do know that there's the elections going on. The candidates always have some things for us adventurers to do. So I don't directly have anything for you right now, but you could go and inquire at the castle. Some of the candidates may have something worth your time."
The castle.
Which direction would that be?
Donnie, are you familiar with this fortress that he speaks of?
Oh, yeah, it's just off the river, north side of town. Bunch of pricks live up there. Politicians, you know the like. I'll take you there, though. They got the work. You guys need. Not like we're going to be getting out of here anytime soon, anyway. So, Donnie directs them up towards north side of town, taking a left up behind the formerly known arena.
As we're passing the arena, is there anything going on there? Or can you hear like sounds coming from within it?
I mean, you wouldn't exactly pass the arena going to the castle, since you would approach the castle from the east.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But as far as you can tell, from a distance, nothing's going on in the arena right now. There's no like crowd there, at least.
All right.
So yeah, you end up making your way into Kingstown, and you can definitely tell that this place is fancier than where you were just now. All the buildings are bigger. They actually have a little bit of like extra gleam to them. Some have like gold accents on them, rather than just your regular carved decorations, and strangely enough, or surprisingly, you thought that people were looking at Janice with a disdain before, like maximum, you know,
Content.
yeah, maximum content. But now you realize, okay, there's still one more level higher than that. So these people are really suspicious about Janice walking around.
I'll just keep my gaze at my eye level and just not look down at the people staring at me, because they're all
Does she have
much
like a
shorter than I
hood?
am. I mean, she's not gonna wear a hood.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Donnie takes you over to a basically what looks like a very, very big fortress of stone, with a big sturdy gatehouse in front of it, and I would guess that this is probably an area that Donnie has not been to before inside of this castle.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's some guards at the gate, and they stop you as you approach and ask what business you have at the castle.
Hello, yes. We're adventurers. Mervyn, show them the paper.
Oh yes. I show Mark. Our oh
I'm
shoot,
like
what is it called?
pointing to it. It's like, see?
Our charter. Yeah, our charter.
One of the dwarves looks at the charter, kind of squints at the text there, and looks you all over and says, "Okay, well, what do you adventurers have to do in the castle then?"
Do you have any
We're just-
work?
Yeah,
We were
just looking
told
for work.
we were told that the candidates running for king often have need for work from the adventurers from what the adventuring guild told us. We were wondering
Yeah.
if we could be of service.
All right. Well, you could go in. Just don't cause any trouble, and that goes double for you, they say to Janice.
I would never.
Soon as they walk in, Donnie just kind of like elbows Janice in the sides, like, "Never did I ever think I would be the most looked at person in a room. Appreciate you." Just give him a little pat on the back. And
Well, I do like being the center of attention. It suits me just well.
Yeah, Donnie definitely is like, people don't even seem to like notice Donnie being different anymore, which is very very different from how it's been all the time. Hold on. Yeah. So.
I'm sure our group as a whole gets very weird looks.
It is mostly dwarves around here. You haven't really seen many others. You have seen like a couple of humans here and there,
Right.
but they seem to be they seem to be out of town. Like, it seems like only dwarves live here. But yeah, you enter the fortress, and the guards tell you that the candidates are actually currently in a meeting in one of the buildings in the courtyard, and you end up going there, and you they are indeed, there's two dwarves in a room. It's the door's closed, and you can wait for them here if you want.
Can I like press my ear to the door, see if there's anything going on? Like, are they yelling at each other or?
Yep. Do perception.
Ooh. Now.
They seem to be discussing things quite calmly. You can, in fact, even tell a little bit about what they are talking about. It seems like they are currently just like talking about some sort of event that's coming up. You didn't catch the whole conversation, so you're not really sure about what it is all about. But it's some sort of event that's coming up, and it's got something to do with elections. So.
And while we were walking around, did we see like flyers or posters for the different candidates hanging around?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay. So what do? Do we knock on the door or?
If they're in
try
the middle
to-
of a meeting, it's polite to wait. We're trying to get work from these people. We don't want to interrupt them.
Well, you're the seasoned adventurers.
Is there like an assistant or someone?
Or a little bell.
Is there
on a
no one
string
at the
we can
door?
pull.
No, there's nobody here.
Okay.
Is there a sign on the door?
No. It's an unmarked wooden door.
Well,
Maybe if we just make some noise, they'll come out and investigate.
Okay,
Okay.
sure. I'll knock on the door.
Okay.
Yeah, you knock on the door and you hear a gruff voice yell, "Come in."
Well, I come in.
As Janice enters, the one of the dwarves who seems to be, so there's two dwarves. One is dressed up in quite fancy clothing. The other one is in more like armor. Is wearing some armor, not like super heavy, like let's go to war armor, but just more like what you would expect maybe a city guard to wear. And the one who's wearing the fancy stuff jumps up. They were both sitting at a table. Jumps up and yells out help. While the other one just kind of looks at Janice intently.
Oh.
Right, I'll like look around for threats. Look behind me. Hello? Yes? We're the adventuring group.
The fire.
I wave the rest of the people in after me.
Todd rolls up and extends his hand.
Well, we were told that by the guild that we might find work here, and I mean, apparently this is what adventurers do, right? Offer our services. Oh, we're here to do that.
The dwarf wearing
the paper.
Oh yes, of course, yes.
The dwarf wearing the armor kind of like pretends to look at the paper but doesn't really. And they say, well, you're quite the group then, but we were having a meeting here. Is this an emergency?
Oh no. Not really. We just weren't really sure when you would be coming out. So we thought we'd just introduce ourselves. If you would like us to wait, we can wait.
In a dejected tone, just like, we can come back later.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I guess Donny isn't necessarily all that interested in the politics of Stoneholm, but you would possibly recognize these dwarves. Like the other one is someone who's like, well, the other one is politically active and they have been like a career politician. So I don't know if you would know that one. But the other one you could probably recognize as a part of the city guard, like a high-ranking official there.
Gotcha. Listen, man, none of these guys are from around town. Sorry for them being so rude. They don't really know how things go around here. You got anything you need taken care of? Anything maybe you don't want to send some of your normal guys to? They're just looking for work. I'm trying to show them around. What is there anything we could do for you, man?
I've helped with elections before.
Oh, I'm sure. The armored dwarf looks at Donnie and squints their eyes a little bit and says, "Wait, you're from around here, aren't you?"
Yeah. So you probably heard about me helping the guild from time to time. Sometimes if things are gonna get a little dirty, they'll send Donnie in for the help. You know, kind of just gives him a wink and trying to knowingly be like, "You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about."
Yeah, the dwarf nods and smiles at you. You don't think they actually like have really heard about you, but they have probably heard that there's like a lone turtle in town. So,
Yeah.
so that's probably the extent of it. But they seem to politely act like they know you. But then the dwarf in fancier clothing has kind of dropped their guard at this point. Realized that Janice is not there to assassinate anyone. Probably.
Yeah.
And says, well, we are competitors in this election, so I'm not really I don't feel like talking about this in Bomb's presence, but I do have something that you could do for me. Although if maybe the dark one could stay away, that'd be good.
I can help the other guy. If you want, I'll have you know. I mean, not to advertise my capabilities too much, but I am very competent at whatever task I set my mind to. So if you don't want me to work for you, well, that doesn't bother me.
Donnie just like looks back and pushes him and says, "Set your mind to shutting up, okay?" And then just tries to look back at the college.
Yeah, the armored dwarf says, you know what? I'll give you the room. We can finish our discussion later on. You can figure this out. Come on, don't worry about the elf. And they leave through a back door, leaving you alone with this fancily dressed dwarf.
We kill him and make a run for it. No. What are the details of this job?
It went so well last time we got involved in the local politics.
I mean, that could probably solve the elections.
Yeah.
Get rid of one candidate, you're less candidates.
Yeah. So the dwarf says, Well,
I make like pointing gestures. Should I follow him?
no, the dwarf says, well, fine. The dark one can stay here as well, if they can be useful.
You'd
So
rather have her with you than against you.
I'm just saying.
so as you probably know, the elections here get quite heated, and I would like to ensure my victory over my opponent
Oh,
by
I have some doses of poison.
we don't do that here.
Oh, okay.
But I would need somebody to help me manage Lowtown. You see, my opponent is more popular with the riffraff of the city, while obviously Kingstown belongs to me, the area with the most powerful votes, so I feel like I am in a good position, but I would like to ensure that Lowtown is also, managed. So I need somebody
More
to
powerful
go.
votes. Do you have like an electoral college system here or something?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you know how the politics all works, so I'm not going to go into detail on it. You know how it is.
Yes.
It's the most advanced democratic monarchy of the world.
Yeah.
Yes. Please tell me about our ranked choice voting system.
where your real estate value determines the weight of your vote.
Which is modified by your height. So that's why.
Yeah.
That's why all of the high dwarf, the wealthy dwarves wear high heels when they get promoted, so they can help.
No, they say so yeah, I need somebody to manage Lowtown, and you look riffraffy enough that you could go in there and go to the miners' union. They control Lowtown, so make them understand.
And who
We
was
have
the
that
other guy?
spell.
Are you asking? You're asking this dwarf? Who the other dwarf
Oh,
is?
yeah. I was just yeah. Who was that other dwarf?
The dwarf looks a little surprised that this question is like, why, Bomb, commander of the city guard, of course. You know this, right?
We arrived here yesterday, sir.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about your
No.
city in truth.
Besides Donnie.
Oh, I see. Well, perhaps your ignorance can be a benefit.
Well, we do have that scroll of control flame that we just purchased. But when you say manage, do you mean assume administrative control over the operation?
Well, you could probably just go and talk to the boss there. The union boss, they control everything down there, so just make them understand, and it'll all be fine.
What is your budget for bribes?
Bribes.
Don't be
we
so
don't-
uncouth.
What do you have earmarked?
The dwarf looks a little bit insulted and says, I mean, I do not offer any bribes to anyone. It is
Legitimate contracts.
It is up to you whether you want to offer any of your own money to anyone in the guild.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase. What is your budget for settlements? Wink.
I'm not sure I
Donation.
understand.
Specifically,
Wink.
if we settle this problem for you.
I'm not sure if I understand what you're asking, but what I'd be willing to pay you for this job. Well, you know, they grab a purse, which sounds like it's full of coins. They throw it on the table and say, "There's 200 gold as an advance for you just taking the job. Yeah, the rest, let's say, depends on your performance, but I'll tell you, if I become king, I will need to give you, say, 10,000 gold pieces."
How honest do I think he's being? Does he seem like the type of person to hold up his word?
He's
Sight?
a politician. What do you
Yeah, I
expect?
mean, of course, yeah. Okay,
There's
wait,
a difference
I can
between
re-roll that.
promising your public something and promising a group of thugs something.
Yeah.
Treat a roll of 7 or lower as an 8, so that is actually 16.
An 8, isn't it? Your roll was an 8, though.
Yeah, but the modifier is 8.
What's your...
I have a
modifier.
class
Oh,
detail,
yeah,
which means
yeah.
the minimum amount of dice value I can roll on an insight check to see if someone's lying is an 8. So 16 in total.
8 is the modifier.
Yeah. So, you wouldn't say that they are lying. I mean, like you can, they're certainly using like careful words, but they are, you have no reason to believe that they are not going to pay you.
Okay.
And did he tell us his name?
No, you did not ask either.
Yeah.
He probably
Now,
assumes we know
honourable
him.
sir, as what would we call you once so that we can help ensure that all the votes go to you?
Margrave Luber. I'll get that in the chat as well.
Wouldn't even know how to. Okay.
And the other guy was named Burnt, right?
Balm.
Balm.
Barm. B-A-R-M.
Very well, very well. Might we have a moment to consider your offer as an adventuring party?
Luber looks at you as I don't really have that much time to give you right now, so there's the gold.
Very well.
You know
very
your
well.
job.
Sweep up the 200 gold. And
It will be done.
Step out into the corridor, or I mean,
The courtyard.
Yeah, I'd like to steer the group to somewhere where we can talk without being overheard.
Yep.
Maybe a little corner or something. So, I don't know about you, but there's a brilliant opportunity here. We already
yeah,
10,000 gold. You're right.
Oh yeah, we're definitely okay. So here,
no.
we're gonna
Yes.
stab that guy in the back, and I want to find out information about the other guy because the only question is, do we also stab him in the back?
No. You're going about this all wrong. We know that he's going to give us 10,000 gold, so now we go to the other guy and get him to pay us to not do what he wants us to do.
Yeah.
He won't
But
have the
I-
money for that. We've just been contracted by the richer of the two of them and the one who's got the vote in the
Ah.
more affluent area. The city guard captain won't have any increases on that offer.
But if the affluent one, he said he will only pay us if he receives this title. But why would he pay us? Why would he attempt something like this if he weren't unsure of his position?
Because he
I
wants
would-
solidarity.
I would interject at this point and point to you that please consider your motivations for doing these things, so they don't slip into, let's say, evil territory. If you're just trying to gain as much gain for yourself for the sake of
Oh no,
sake
Mervyn
of
is just
sake of
disgusted
getting
by all these people.
sake of getting it for yourself and not considering the ramifications for a whole city and a society.
Or I mean,
Right.
the good thing would be to go to the Barm and tell him about this gross violation of fair and free elections.
Yanis, no. Your morals are wrong. You already offered to assassinate another candidate. You're not taking the moral high ground here. I
What's
refuse to
immoral
believe
about
that.
assassination?
And for that reason alone, I think we've heard all we need to from you in this conversation.
Well,
Now,
if you just want to sideline your most experienced political
I disagree
navigator.
entirely. As a bard from a highly respectable person, I would contend that fact. I would like our great local knowledge, Donny, to inform us on the two candidates as much as he knows.
Just recite their platforms, please.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I'm watching a lot of the tube down at the hill. Well, I mean, it's politics, man. No one really wins either way. Either you get a king, or Lupa's just gonna pad the pockets of all of his friends, keep himself rich, keep us poor people down there in the lower districts poor. Or you get someone who's ruling that cares too much. Bring city guard in here. What are they gonna do? They're gonna come down on the poor, beat down on us, make sure everything gets taken care of. It's not a win-win situation. It's a lose-lose. Okay, we don't live here. We ain't part of this spot. We're always going to be down here below them. We just got to look out for each other. The way I look at it, 10 grand's 10 grand. Okay. We need
A
some
lovely
money.
pessimistic approach. Now,
Hey, I'm the one who grew up here. Okay. I know you just like to sing songs and ask for really cheap goods, but I mean that's just the way the life works here in Stonehope.
okay. I suggest we go to the guildmaster, and as I have a question for him.
Sure, you can head off.
I mean, I'm asking the party if they want to stay here or what they want to do.
Just as like general in this high district, is there another like shopping area that has more luxury goods?
Oh no, what about
No,
the bank? Don't
no.
you want to go check the bank? A bank?
I don't know. Would there be a drow bank here?
Not a drow bank, but I'm sure. I mean, I think you should at least check, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can I look around and see if I recognize any of like I presume there's emblems and symbols. Can I see if I recognize any drow adjacent symbols?
You would probably, after all of the looks you've been getting, you would probably be very surprised to find anything even drow adjacent in this whole city. So no, you cannot you cannot see any drow banks. You do see in the fancy district there is something that does look like a bank, but just a dwarven one.
Okay. Yeah. No, not a chance. And can I see anything written in thieves' cant, like any disguised symbols or like I don't know signs that have shop names or building names that have a double meaning or something? Nope. Okay. Well, I don't think that the branch my family banks with has an office here, so
Okay. To the guildmaster then.
lead the way, Fjord.
Well, I'd follow Donny or Donny's map rather.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so would have said, yeah, head out of Kingstown, then back down south to the guild.
All right. Yep, you end up back at the guild and back at the guild master.
So we're in his office, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to assassinate the guild master?
To be decided. What I'd like to ask first is, what are his thoughts on the as the head of the adventurers guild here? What are his thoughts on the candidates in the city? That'll be the
Yes,
first thing we
please
ask.
detail your political opinions to the meet.
Well, no. What's the guild's political?
Right.
The guildmaster says, well, as you know, the guild is politically neutral. We don't really concern ourselves too much with these things. So as guildmaster, all the candidates are equally good. But personally, on a personal level, I would much rather see Balm on the throne than Margrave. I've heard some bad things about Lubor.
Such
Who
as
who was your? Never mind. Sorry.
I just heard some quite underhanded methods of working. I'm not sure if Luber's politics will help Stoneholm or the dwarves in general to get anywhere. I fear that Luber might close us off from the rest of the world.
Hmm.
and could you refresh my naive mind on the rules and outlines of what jobs the adventuring guild is forbidden to take?
There's no rules for any forbidden jobs, no?
So, correct me if I'm wrong here, but adventuring parties are allowed to take on all manner of jobs, be they political in nature or any other possible restrictions.
Certainly, as long as you don't officially make the guild take a stance on international politics or anything like that, then yes, you can help political candidates and such. It's just a
And
job.
where might I find a list of the city's laws in this in Stoneholm?
Stoneholm's laws.
Yes.
Well, I have a book, and the guildmaster hands you a thick book written in Dwarven and
Can you
detailing a long list of laws. You can loan this for a few days if you like.
Would there happen to be a common version of this, or no?
Oh, I can translate it.
The guildmaster's like, oh yes, unfortunately, no.
It's
Well,
it's
I'll have to trust Yanis's translation. So let's see where this takes us. But thank you for your time. So then I'd like to go somewhere where we're able to sit privately and read the book.
Yeah, like a
Alright.
tavern.
Study law.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind as long as we're at a place and we can start reading it.
Hey, Donnie, is it fair to assume that you also can read and speak Dwarven?
I mean, as a turtle, I wouldn't actually. I don't know.
No.
You think
Despite
as a-
living in
say,
Stoneholm
eating
your
as a
entire
local, I
life,
think
you can't speak
I mean, I'm like
Dwarven?
I'm like street garbage out here, though. So
Okay, fine.
I would say
You can.
unless Duke thinks that'd be appropriate, then. Be nice
Yeah, I mean,
to
I
it.
think I think it's I think it sounds funnier if Donnie doesn't know the language.
Also, I don't think he'd know
Like,
the legal jargon. He might like know some dwarven
Yeah.
phrases, like
Yeah.
how to order a pint or something.
Right.
But
How
Yeah,
to order a
yeah.
pizza.
yeah. I think that's about like the proficiency that
Yeah.
like you can understand some spoken Dwarven, but you're
It's
not
like
really
living
good
in
at it.
Montreal and not speaking
And
French.
exactly, yeah, for sure. Just like no, I've
Every-
just been here. I've been here
almost
30
everyone
years, never
else.
figured it out.
Just doesn't penetrate.
Yeah,
Dwarven runes, man.
Mm.
got a thick shell. It's hard.
Okay.
so I will ask Yanis to look for any laws pertaining to political espionage or anything regarding coercion or rigging of an electoral vote, or just a vote in general, because I don't know what type of vote it is.
Okay.
Yeah, Janice start browsing the the thick tome, and it
I'd actually say that Janice, this is something Janice is actually quite good at, from her background. And actually, I mean, this ties into like what she's going to the surface for, learning about like political systems and stuff like that.
So she can better rig her own systems.
Well, I mean,
Not
Don't
denying
know.
it. Good to know.
I don't know her background, but
but yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, but it still takes a while to like actually find the stuff. So Jen starts browsing. Well, first of all, before that, so are you at Adventurers Guild, or are you gonna go to a tavern, or what was your choice on location?
Would there be a quiet, unmanned place where we slept in the Adventurers Guild? Like, is that...
is there a lounge?
Yeah. Yep.
So we could do that without Watchful Eyes, okay? Because I'd say do that then.
Okay.
No tavern for Mervyn.
Not yet, but the day is still young.
So yeah, Janice starts reading, and you find a passage on like or a chapter on like elections, and some of the highlights of what you find is that indeed it is law that the city is to be closed for that period of time. It details that this is tradition and has no other explanation for it. It does not. It doesn't really go into any sort of real details about what you can't do. There doesn't seem to be too many rules about what the candidates can and can't do.
Would there be anything on assassination?
There is.
Or is that just general murder?
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing pertaining to elections about assassination or other crimes. But yeah, if it's something criminal, it might be in another part of the book.
Can I try to specifically, while I'm like reading these, look between the lines and like look for clues or like potential loopholes that were written into this or something like that?
Yeah, between the lines you can find emptiness. But
Metaphorical.
but yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm, uh, make it an insight check. Insight.
Insight or investigation or
Insight, yeah.
insight? Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. All right, 15.
You don't see there as being too many loopholes, as the election process seems to be quite straightforward. It's just it seems like it's a general election within the city of Stoneholm. All the citizens in the city are allowed to vote. Well,
Are there
all the
any rules on who
all
can
the
run?
citizens, and also it does detail that some have more power than others. And one thing that you do note about this, and which you may have also gleaned earlier, is that the king is not king of Stoneholm, but king of the dwarves. So it seems like Stoneholm is it is a smaller election than the people they are going to be ruling over, as only Stoneholm gets to vote.
Mm-hmm. And are there any limits to who can actually run for the position?
No, any citizens of the city of Stoneholm can run.
Can't just make Fred the new king
Say, Donnie,
through a few
are you a
political
citizen?
speeches.
They still say they're working on that green card. It's been like 30 years since I've been.
Shoot.
Yeah, I know. You'd think it'd be real easy. Like, hey, remember me, the 6-foot-tall turtle that talked to you last week about getting the right to vote, maybe a little government subsidies? They were like, nah, we don't know about that guy. I've never seen him before.
Well, I vote for you.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why you just met me. So, but I like where your head's at. You're thinking of murder. You're thinking of making me president.
Well, I mean, from
you're an
the
interesting
sheer,
character.
I don't know. It would be pretty funny to see all of those dwarves ruled by someone like you. It would be fascinating.
Yeah, I'm giddy like a schoolgirl laughing over here. I got idea. Ha ha ha! Funny.
But yeah, that would be actually an interesting turn of events if the if the adventure changed to making Donnie king of the dwarves, and then
we have to find a new person to bring.
no, I mean Donnie would then still join you, and then you would just have.
Listen, dwarves, I appreciate your voting me in. I'm gonna have to take a victory tour of Eastern Side of the y'all stay nice, be calm, don't worry about it.
And when I'm back, I expect a 100-foot tall gold statue of me. Donnie out.
Up to it.
Don just drops the money.
But I mean that's a trope in all the adventure stories, that the royalty go out and adventure.
I guess
We need at least like one. I mean, typically it's like a princess that nobody knows about, but that's like a critical part of any adventuring party. So secret royalty is definitely
gotta have your Snow White.
Yeah.
Donnie the princess.
Anyways, is there anything else you want to read about laws?
If nothing regarding what we would be doing is classed as illegal, and the Adventuring Guild has given its okay, then
well,
we wouldn't be.
We give you a hand wave. That's
Yeah.
not okay. Yeah, you do whatever you want. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You're fine. No, I think we're yeah.
I'm good with the book at least.
Yeah. So as Janice browses through it, you find the okay. Well, I mean the yeah. Okay. I guess like Janice would probably find the lore to be quite interesting and different. I'm just gonna say that if somebody else was reading the book, they would like note that things that are crimes seem to be pretty standard, stuff. But for Janice, it's like, oh, you can do this.
Whoa.
I mean, you're not allowed to do this even if you don't get caught.
That's wild.
Whoa.
No wonder those guys were looking at me weird in the market when I tried to buy those poisoning supplies.
It's one of my favorite things about the third Elder Scrolls game, Morrowind. Has there's a race of dark elves in that one as well, and one of them they have several factions, and one of their factions, the like base tenet of it is that you can do whatever you want as long as you're not caught.
Well,
But that's also kind
alright.
of like how Drow society works. So
Yeah. Well, so what are we doing? We already, I mean, we already profited off of this visit. 200 gold. We can buy another. What was it? Couple of scrolls of Control Flame, if we wanted to. It's already a good deal.
control all the flames. Did somebody add that 200 gold to the list, by the way?
No, and did we add the sword money?
Yes, I added that.
Okay, I can add the 200 quick.
Yeah.
And added.
Remember to add them, or else a pickpocket will have stolen it from you.
Okay.
Yes. Well, and even if we did go to the miners, what would we do? I mean,
I haven't tried to convince anyone of anything in front of you other than that one merchant to give me a higher price, and 100 times, 100% of the time it's succeeded. So if I
Yeah, when you're
persuade them
buying
to,
like an accordion.
if I persuade them to vote one way, they will vote one way.
Okay.
yeah, okay, but what if we go there and say, oh yes, what if Margrave Lubor, he's so kind and generous, he sponsored a team to solve relevant problem for the Miners Guild, whatever they're facing right now, free of charge.
Hmm. Oh, interesting. I see.
Well,
Say-
we'll know once we get there.
Say he chartered us to find their missing miners, or defeat the rats in the basement of the Miners Guild.
The
I don't
Rat
know.
King.
I don't know if we should tell people we're working for Luba. Why don't we just go down there, get some work, try and get some work done, and say we need a favor from them.
Or how about we do that? We just don't tell anyone about Lubor, and if he wins, then we're like, oh yeah, we did our job.
Ah, I
Please.
see. Interesting.
I mean-
interesting. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, maybe. You can see it.
It's a
Well,
50-50 shot.
Probably safe to test the waters when we get down there.
Yeah.
See what
I
your
think the
thoughts are.
first step in this plan is going there. So how about
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
that?
Yeah. I
Sounds
think we
good to
should
me.
do that, but just want to make sure we are bearing the lead when it comes to the fancy pants.
Yes, I think.
Margrave.
So we're saying get there, don't talk about Margrave,
Yeah.
and then we're still
Not
coin flipping them.
necessarily. How about I
But-
go in separately to you guys then, and I will say that I've been contracted, and then I could further contract you guys.
Okay.
I mean,
Sure.
are they really gonna? Oh yes, I'm an adventurer, and this is just a random party I found walking outside.
Yeah,
I hired
No,
them,
I have contacts in the Adventurers Guild.
and they won't be surprised at. I mean, no offense, but you don't really look like a negotiator of any sort. You look like a wandering bard.
Bards are negotiators by just them being bards. You clearly are very naive to how the world beyond the Underdark works.
Oh, well, I mean,
Well, I don't think it's a terrible idea to split us up, and then no, just to talk to the miners, just to talk to the miners and have a group that's
I'll have you know I
there
can.
to inquire about their things, and then another group that are representatives, and then we can go in separately at different times.
And regardless, you wouldn't need me in a fight, per se.
Oh,
You got that.
don't sell yourself short, Fred. You
I can make some people fall asleep. You're right.
no, there is power within you. I sense it.
Not at my
Oh,
current
deception
level.
check. Okay, well, so I guess we just go there and see what happens. Maybe, maybe opportunity will befall us unexpectedly.
Do we want to actually split the party and do that, or do we want to just all go in?
Maybe like right when we're in front of the door, but
Yeah.
I really don't see the disadvantage to all going in at once.
Well,
Okay.
I plan on saying I'm there from his request. So
Mhm.
if you don't want that, then obviously don't come in with me.
Yeah, I think we might be able to get like more inside information, more candid conversation. I mean, if you want to like make the case on behalf of him and do a little soapbox, that's great. But if we want like inside information, I think it's better to not use his name. And if we
Listen.
want both, then we should split.
Listen, I know you guys are adventurers. You're real excited about going out there and figuring this whole miners union out. Around here, miners union, it's more of a cover. They're basically kind of our local riffraff thieves guild, and they're just kind of front like they're a labor union. All right, you go in there, you tell them that Lubor sent you down here to help them out. They ain't gonna trust you as far as they can throw you, quickly as they can stab you. Okay, I think we got to go in there in two groups, figure out what they need, and then we come back, divide and conquer, figuring out how to best help the miners union now.
Mhm.
I can tell you this little robot guy, though, they're going to get a kick out of him. A trash can on treads. Oh my gosh. They might steal him from us, but you want to bust
Over
in,
my
get a little
dead body.
Hey, they'll be happy to oblige by that if you get too aggressive. Okay? But I think what might maybe work out best for us, maybe if Mervin and I go in and talk to him, bring in this little, what do you call this guy anyway?
His name is Todd.
Todd.
Stands for totally outstanding defender.
Oh yeah, I can really tell he's a hardy lad.
Yeah.
But nah, thieves go to love him.
Yeah.
We come in.
Yeah.
We just try and lay low, figure out what work they need done.
I'd like to take Janice too for thieves cred.
Janice got the thieves cred.
I can hold like a bunch of daggers at once.
Can you make
We can juggle them.
Can you make me a deal though, Janice? Can you just
Depends.
think at least twice as long before you talk to these guys, okay?
I mean,
Okay.
I do
Like,
think
listen,
very
listen.
quickly.
And these guys like to stab very quickly. I understand. You're Mr. Spinning Knives. I saw you all reading the book, doing butterfly tricks. I get it.
Mhm.
Maybe not giving them the idea that you're willing to stab them could be a helpful thing for us, though.
Yeah,
Can
just
you at
stand
least-
behind us and glare.
Yeah, I mean,
give me.
I am
give me
taller
what
than
makes me
everybody here except for maybe like Feared or something. So I can glower very well. I can just
glower.
Yeah, give me your best glower. I want to see the glower just going like crazy. All I know is if we bring the Drippermancer over here with his shiny new chainmail, pink robe, they're gonna eat him for lunch. Okay, we leave him alone outside down there. It's not gonna end well. Okay,
Mm.
so there's no way he can come in and join us. All
Yeah.
right. You keep him company out there, Fred. Make sure he doesn't get in too much trouble.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Mort agrees to the plan of not being there.
Is KK gone, or can I just not see him right now?
He's
Said
not
he had
apparent.
internet.
yeah.
Okay.
Internet problems. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
but yeah, do you head out
Yeah.
Yeah.
over to the Miners Guild?
Yeah, head into Lowtown.
All right. So you make your way down through the market district. Things are looking as they have, but then the instant when you arrive to this, there's part of the cavern is there's like a smaller part of the cavern that's like well, it's a smaller cavern inside of the bigger cavern, and instantly once you get in there, it's like the air is smoky. It's darker in here. The buildings look dilapidated. It's like it's just you clearly have arrived to a place called Lowtown. It is very much the like slums of this city, and one thing that you note is that the like building density here is very much higher, though. Like there's buildings that are on top of buildings, and there's buildings that are like inside of other buildings, and like clearly it's people have just been building wherever they can. But yeah, Donnie takes you all over to the far corner where there's a big stone structure. Also looks to be kind of hacked together from several different things, and you see a lot of people hanging about, and Donnie knows this is the miners union's headquarters, so to speak.
All right, guys. Y'all got the plan? You ready to stay cool? Figure out a way to make that 10 G's? Okay. We'll see you boys in a little bit, all right? And then Donnie leads who's it? Mervin and Janice inside. Go.
Todd, the robot, or
And Todd. Oh, yeah. Little Todd's coming. Forgot about Todd. But yeah, we'll just walk up to the front door, kind of trying to act like we belong there and not as much looking for permission, just trying to like walk straight in through that front door.
Yeah, there's some sort of thug there, kind of guarding the door. Could you, Jake, roll? Give me actually intimidation to kind of.
Oh, it's not a good.
can I help with that?
She is
no.
glaring.
I have like no charisma, so that is not going to go well.
All right. You just kind of breeze past the thug at the door and just enter the place.
Can I?
Donnie's been here before, so you kind of know what the place is all about. So yeah, you can go
Is
wherever
there
you
a
need.
spot I can pull everyone over for like a huddle?
Yes, but you
Will look very conspicuous.
no, I mean, I mean, you are 90% sure that somebody's going to overhear you or eavesdrop on you, but you can do it.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do it anyway. All right. All right. So, I do not trust the guy we just met with, and I do not want to help him at all, and I don't like the other option at all either. But I also haven't met him, so I'd like to meet him. But if they both suck, then I would like to do. I just finished reading this great book called The Godfather, and what I'd like to do is maybe we can leverage the fact that everyone hates you, Janice, and maybe we can do a like, oh,
I can run
these two people met with this evil drow person, and we can get that story to the newspapers, and it'll hopefully blow up both their campaigns. And if that maybe doesn't work, maybe then we can stick a little more faithfully to the Godfather. And, and then, of course, don't want to create a power vacuum if you don't have a plan in place. So I don't know. Maybe maybe Donnie, maybe you know someone who would be a good replacement.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at him.
It's right here. Right here. That's how I just pull out Tinder from my the rat's gonna do it. Do I know the leader of the Thieves Guild? The Green Eye Clan?
Yeah. You've met them before. They're known as the boss. Just that's the like big moniker. You've met them like once.
Sorry.
There might be a guy here that fits that description. Someone who can fill a vacuum.
An honorable person?
Depends on who you ask. Just you'll see. And then
Okay.
that's kind of
We're still in the information gathering part of the phase. I just wanted to share that with you.
because Donnie's very aware that everyone's always listening in a place like this.
Well, that's why I didn't use names.
Yeah. No, I noticed that actually. That was really
Yeah.
So it's like, let's just go meet with the boss.
Okay.
Okay. We'll move on.
Great.
And then,
I absolutely love that Mervin chose this moment to now come up with this.
as soon as we get inside of the crime syndicate,
Fred shot down the idea of turning against the I keep forgetting his name. I'm just keep calling him Fancy Pants. Margrave. Lubor. And so Lubor. So I don't mean to cut you out, Lucas. I'm sorry.
You're not cutting me out, you're cutting Fred out. So.
Yeah.
Let's
Two different things.
Fred just really wants to go on a shopping spree. And that's all he could think about when he was
Yeah.
Actually,
maybe I could haggle
it's
something.
funny because the last time we did this, we had the chance to make a lot of money by working with someone who wanted to kind of sabotage the political, or get involved in the political thing, and Fred was like, no, not worth the danger, and we left.
Different situations very heavily, first of all.
And now we're setting up Janice to be a crisis actor.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do.
I think Fred is staying true to his character.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
But speaking of, what is Fred and Mort doing?
Apparently just waiting. Or has something happened that would stop us from standing outside and waiting?
Are you just like you're just standing there? You're just like doing nothing, waiting.
We can have a pointless conversation about nothing to fill the time and make it look like we're not just staring at the thing.
Hanging out in front of the Thieves Guild.
Could look lost.
Because the two of you stick out like sore thumbs in this part of town.
Wow.
A, you're not dwarves. B, you clearly are not dressed like everyone
I
else.
probably, I don't know. I'd say I'd stick out as much as Donnie does, but at least my clothes look washed. Although less so after the week underground, but in general,
Yeah.
probably better quality.
But Mort, of course, looks shiny,
So
spanking clean. But
Always.
so
Actually, that's
one thing you've noticed around here, Fred, is that there's actually you see a little bit more variety in the like racial profile of people here, and one
Any
half
Dragon Ball?
none that you've seen. None that you've seen, but one half orc does come up to you, and they talk up to you and say, "Hey, what's up, you two?"
Not much. What about yourself? Are you a local around here? We're sort of passing through.
The half orc says, no.
So,
Just like,
what's your deal then?
They say, I'm just talking to you."
My therapist told me I need to be more social.
Now I'm imagining a half-orc. They say the rage is inside me, but I don't know. I just don't think I need it anymore.
You do anything for fun around these parts, or just all work?
You know, stealing, that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah. What do you think of the dwarves here, anyway? Bit short, for my liking.
The half orc says, yeah, I've been here for very long, but they're hard to pickpocket from, so you know, it's easier when you got somebody your size.
I'm just going to wait. How close has this half orc been standing to me?
They're like pretty far away, like a
Like a meter,
6
afar.
feet.
6 feet.
Yeah, like a few meters. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to check if there's any I'd like to casually look around, see if there's anyone behind or near the backs of the two of us.
Yeah, please make a perception check.
Perception.
Is the cart with us, or did we leave it at the Adventurers Guild?
I assume we left it at the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah, it's
why would we
safe.
take
It's
it
safe.
to the Thieves Guild?
It's safe. Don't
Oh.
worry. Don't worry.
I forgot to put
Can Mort make it a perception check?
I should have left Todd with you.
Oh.
I thought about that as soon as we went in. I was like, I should.
Let's see.
The most street smart members of the team are in the streets, right?
not only do you get pickpocketed, you literally get stolen.
Didn't you specifically say earlier that you moved one of the gems into?
Along with our main quest objective item. So if I get pickpocketed, really, it's the campaign is derailed at that point.
Well, it just shifts
Or
into
we have to get it back into a rescue quest, rescuing items.
Yeah. So you don't.
After his
You don't.
conversation,
You see
can
some people around, but you don't
no
see
one
anyone.
who, yeah. Can I? Because I said the item was like inside the coat pocket, and my coat is shut. Can I put my hands in like my trouser pockets so that I'm keeping the like jacket breast closed, more or less, and maybe making it look like I'm watching out for my pockets to make sure that nothing's stolen from there? Or is that a sleight of hand kind of thing?
I mean, you weren't,
acting?
you weren't, telling me that you were going to be acting very, protective of your stuff, so that might not have helped. But you can start doing it now if you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Has also, I mean, I feel like you would have mentioned it if someone had come into personal space bubble area.
Yep.
So unless someone's magically pickpocketing through my clothes,
With a mage hand.
I suppose.
Someone.
But yeah, the half orc.
So who do you work for?
The half orc says union, and then just suddenly just like turns around and starts walking away.
Okay. After that, I'm going to pat my chest pocket to check that everything's still there.
All of your those items are still there. You think you may have lost a little bit of money.
We don't have money on our persons. We have it in the chest.
Well, I assume we have
like
like
a few
little
silver.
bit of beer money or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we? I mean, what's the point in having a locked chest if we don't put our money in it? So I don't have any money on my character sheet. So
also, is the chest locked? Nobody's ever locked it.
Does it have a lock on it?
No.
I meant to put an arcane lock on it before we left, and I forgot. As soon as we get back.
Theater of the mind. I always assumed that once we got it from that, it was a gnome scientist. There was a key there as well, because it was. But if
no,
because
it was
just
his like personal
open chest.
Well, it was in his bedroom.
Yeah, he could have just had the key on the side, is what I mentally thought. But
yeah, but I would have mentioned it. But anyways, back to inside of the guild then, or the union. So Donnie is taking you to meet the boss. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
So you go to where you've met with the boss before. There's somebody at the door who says, 2 secs, I'll check if the boss is in. And they go inside.
While we're going through this place, do I see any other drow?
No. And a few moments later, they emerge out and say, yeah, you can go meet the boss now.
Okay. Yeah,
We'll
just
do that.
lead in through the door.
Yep. So you come up to a pretty fancy looking office, gaudy, fancy looking office, which has a few back doors on it. It's also got kind of like the Adventurers Guild, Guild Master's office. It's also got a big table on it, with a few chairs in front of the table, and behind it is sitting who Johnny recognizes as the boss, human, who is wearing a lot of different rings, and in general dresses kind of fancy. Janice has never met this person. Mervyn has.
Oh no. Oh no. Who is this man?
Mervyn recognizes this person as the Rat King.
Oh no! Fuck.
Is that Mervyn's reaction?
Is it too late to step outside the? Oh no, I don't have this guy.
Just
So
like
prepared.
take a step back or whatever.
just like walk through the door, look at them, and then just like walk backwards.
I shouldn't have brought you. That's better.
Mervyn kind of freezes. I can't. Did we part on really bad terms with the Rat King?
No,
Or
we
was
just
it
No,
kind
no.
of neutral.
We
Right.
just didn't accept his job.
Okay.
No,
Less panicked.
the half that stayed in Thorn did help the Rat King. Yeah.
Oh right.
So you were actually on good terms.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When we're entering this room, can I make a quick check for escape hatches or hidden items? I can-
Perception.
Yeah, I can do. I have the eye for detail thing. I can use a bonus action to make a wisdom check to spot hidden things, or investigation to uncover hidden clues. So, perception.
If you're using that, then it would be a wisdom check.
It says in parentheses perception.
Ah, okay. I did not read the thing. Yeah. So
Okay.
you don't perceive anything hidden around here.
Okay.
But yeah, the boss beckons you three to sit down, and I guess Todd as well. They don't seem to really recognize Donnie. They definitely don't recognize Janice, but don't seem to look at Janice with any sort of hostility as everybody else has so far. But they look at Mervyn and say, "Oh, fancy seeing you here. Where are all your friends?"
Oh, they had weak stomachs.
Hmm.
So
Interesting. All right.
they're waiting somewhere
Uh,
else.
Before Janice sits down, she'll check the chair for traps, like really casually.
Yes. Give me another perception on that one.
Not to make sure it's like not standing on a trap door or something.
Yeah. You do not perceive any traps.
No spikes under the upholstery or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just the classic.
Well, none that Jan sees. I mean, maybe they are very well hidden spikes.
Janice sits down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sit down. It's good to see you again. I say casually.
You've been to Stoneholm before, Mervyn? You didn't say.
Oh no, this guy right here had his has hit his thumb over. Shoot, what was it? It was Thawne. No, yes, Thawne. Yes, Thawne. Yeah. Did you have to leave after the whole Child King thing went down? Or are you just expanding your empire?
The Rat King tells you, no. We are an international organization just like your guild. My good friend, we have a presence everywhere. Worry not. I remember you did good with me, and I will help you if you have anything you need. But please be honest with me. Where is these weren't your friends before? Did your other party leave? Did they kick you out? Where are they? I'd like to especially meet that kiddish bard again.
We have some of our members, and some of them are gone. I am here with some of them. We have these new people in our group now. The whole dynamic of the group has changed. I would say that maybe I am the leader now.
Mhm.
Does Mervyn make a deception check on that?
Do you
I started
so-
out the sentence thinking I'm just gonna carefully choose my words and not lie to him, and then I decided no, it's more fun if I do. Okay,
Um,
deception check.
also, so do you are you like implying
I don't say
from
names. I just
no, but from your words, I'm not really sure if you want your character to imply that the other characters are dead or not.
Do we want to invite Fear and Mort in?
not yet.
Because I mean, this guy he knows. I mean, Janice isn't.
Someone's
saying this.
definitely going to tell him that a dragonborn and a
Yeah.
pink necromancer were
See,
outside.
That's the thing is that they're gonna I don't want to. I'm yeah, I'm gonna no, I'm not gonna specify that they're dead.
Okay.
I think it makes us sound incompetent.
That
So
might
I'm
be a
just gonna
good
say
thing,
they're
though, to feign incompetence.
Yeah, he knows you guys.
Fane.
They're dead because they left.
Straight to
Can
the
I
heart.
get 95% off of the stock price this day?
Okay. So sorry, we were doing deception. There it is.
For Mervyn being the leader.
Unbelievable.
Okay, yeah, Janice will just like Janice will just like a small shake of her head, like. But so nobody notices, just very sneakily.
Yeah, it's you're pretty sure the Rat King doesn't really believe that, but on the other hand, seems like he also doesn't really care.
Yeah. I was just hoping he would believe that we're more chill.
Well, he continues on saying, so anyways, you two others, think I've heard about, I know you, right? And looks at Donnie.
It's like, yeah, I'm the muscle for the Thieves Guild. We don't really have to interact too much, you and me, but I've heard of you guys from afar plenty.
You said Thieves Guild, but I think you meant to say Adventurers Guild.
That's where I'm from. Yeah, that is where I'm from. You're right.
we are learning some.
Underlings. I've just never met you.
You don't know me. You don't know me. I work here. You don't know me though. It's okay. I know you're
we're learning some secrets about Donnie.
I'm not surprised the regional manager doesn't know just a clerk, you know. Why would you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I won Employee of the Month last month. I'm sure he got the memo.
Yeah. Then the boss turns to Janice and says, "Nah, how about you? How do you end up here? Just looking at you, how you hold yourself up. I'm guessing you're fresh from the Underdark."
Of course. Well, yes. I've decided to take up onto and explore this surface world that is spoken of as so far away, and I've joined up with this fine group. As things go, you know.
The boss actually starts laughing kind of heartily and giving an applause, and some of the guards around as well start applauding, and Racking's just like, oh, marvelous, that's always good to hear. I hope you'll do fine here on the surface. Anyways, you three, how can I help you? Let's move on to business, shall we?
Why did we come in?
Oh,
So
fearless leader,
now
what
that I
do
know
you-
it's the Rat King, I think we're just gonna do a 180. I'm just gonna say, well, we're in town and we're a little light on cash, and we were hoping that maybe you had another job for us. Should I roll deception again for the light on cash thing?
So we are.
No. I mean,
No.
it's
We
it's
can't-
it's subjective.
So, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't afford anything.
It's not a lie if it's subjective.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Rat King says, huh. Yeah, I mean, I did promise you could always come for some work for us. Right now, as you know, the elections are going, and those are mostly what everyone's talking about right now. We don't necessarily have anything for you at this moment, but I can send somebody for you later on, maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
If I might inquire, do you have a specific candidate that you favor?
Well, you know.
Besides, I mean, would you run yourself? I mean, you're already a regent yourself, so.
King of rats.
The boss says, well, I'm not actually a citizen of this city here, so I wouldn't be able to run, even if I wanted to. But you know, we in the Thieves Guild, we pride ourselves on our political neutrality, so we don't really do those kind of jobs like you Adventurers Guild people do. We have some standards.
All right. Well, good meeting. We'll be at the Adventurers Guild. Unless anyone has anything else. I would like to leave.
Can I want to just look around the office again. Are there any like really fancy paintings or something like that? Like
Nothing.
is this like is the feel of this office like wealthy, or is it like pretending to be wealthy?
It's not pretending to be wealthy, and it's not wealthy. It's just like trying to be as wealthy as possible. If you get what I mean.
Okay, so is he like? Do I get the feeling that he's trying too hard, or?
No.
Okay.
But it's not like this is yeah, it's fancy, but to
Tasteful,
a certain,
or like it's like,
well, it's not tasteful either. Yeah, it's like it's yeah, they're just trying to, you know, come off as wealthy as possible.
okay. Yeah, sure. So we go back out, we say goodbye, go back outside, and meet up with the bard and the cleric.
As you leave, the Rat King shouts out to Mervin, give my regards to the paladin especially.
Sure thing.
Sure thing.
And we leave.
Yep. So you arrive at Mort and Frid.
So bad news.
Got some bad news myself, actually. Who should go first?
The boss, the head of the Thieves Guild here, is the Rat King.
My face is going to drop at that point.
And he's here right now. The good news is,
King.
yeah, the good news is he has no reason to dislike us. So that's good. But yeah, I think maybe not. I think maybe getting tangled up with him will require very careful planning if we want to go that route at all.
I'm going to, after Mervyn has said that out loud, I would like to look around to see if anyone is in earshot of what Mervyn has just said.
Probably if they were like intently listening. But
Also,
if they're just like walking around, they wouldn't really. Like if they are paying attention to you, they will have heard it. But if they aren't, then no.
Is
there anyone
message one of
paying
your
attention
cantrips?
to us?
I mean, it is yes, actually one of my cantrips, but I think it's a bit late for that.
I
And
didn't.
I also wouldn't have just instinctively started it up as soon as you exit the place or use it through, because I had no reason. We didn't discuss that beforehand. So I guess we're sticking with you've said that you don't want to
Do I
deal with the Raccoon.
do I see anyone shadowing us, listening to us, following us, observing us?
Try perception.
I mean, I told him exactly where we were staying.
I mean,
So
we're an adventuring party. Where else
Nice.
would we be staying?
So
Eagle eyes
Janice
right
is you are quite you are quite certain that nobody is actually trying to like eavesdrop on you. Seems like everyone's kind of letting you be. Although you do see in the distance, you see some you see a half orc, and I forgot to write it down, so I think a human. A half orc and a human kind of snickering in the distance, looking at in
Are
your
they looking at
direction.
us? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but they're like far away, so you're not really sure what they are laughing at.
Okay, I'll just look at them and like stare in their general direction.
Do I notice Yanis staring in their general direction?
Probably not. They also spook quite easily as they see a drow intently just looking at them, so they actually just start running away.
Darn.
Yeah, and as we get out and we kind of have this initial conversation, Donnie's just gonna be like, "What do you mean it's a problem? He said he liked the your little guy over here, a dragon boy. What are you talking about? What do you mean you don't want to work for him anymore? You seem to like him."
He's just really shady. Like,
He runs the Thieves Guild.
yeah, I
Did you think he was
understand.
gonna be a ray of sunshine or something?
No, no. I was hoping that this was like maybe 60-40 miners union thieves guild, but it seems to be more 10-90. So
Yeah, it's called a front, not a not
so the
Not
miners
struck-
don't have a union?
we just send boys in the mine. What do you think they're gonna do? Tell us no, I don't want to do mining today. What else they got? What else they got?
That's how it
Tell
is.
you. It's fine. It's fine, okay? How many jobs do you think we have in this city? Alrighty. We got rocks. That's it. That's all we got.
Sounded like a list. It wasn't.
It was
Looking at rocks, picking up rocks.
Well, I
Smashing
mean,
rocks,
I don't
splashing
think
rocks.
our problems then really amount to much compared to yours, and well, all of ours now, I guess. But I think we might have been pickpocketed. There was a really vulgar character, a half orc who probably was just a distraction. I haven't checked all my belongings, and I'm not sure if you have, Mort, but I feel like we've lost something.
I really hope
What
he didn't
we've
lose
lost?
that Revivify diamond.
What we've lost is a good candidate for the regency. It's just too disappointing that he's not a dwarf, but well.
But if the Ratkins here, then well, I guess same as Fawn. I personally would like to leave here as soon as possible.
Well, we can't.
I understand that, Mervyn.
Yeah.
I understand
yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
So I
Uh,
take it you're not going to go with Plan B and just go in there and be like, "Hey, listen, I got sent here by Tudor. I'm gonna need you to vote for him." Like, you're not feeling that anymore. We're not feeling that plan.
I don't know.
If he's there, then I do not want to be involved.
Okay.
My only question is, Yanis, whilst you were flicking through that book of laws, did it anywhere say arson was a crime?
Yeah, section 34A, subsection B.
Well, no. I guess I'm really asking Dupe. Is arson a crime?
Yes.
Although it's most of the buildings are made of stone, so
Yes, but
a
they're in
part of-
such a small. They're so tightly packed as well. I don't know. It depends.
I'm sure
But
the
if
smoke is
arson's-
maybe a bigger problem than the flame.
Was murder a crime?
Yes.
actually, yes, that was very surprising.
Anything that you would think is normally a crime is a crime.
Political
infringement.
coercion and rigging a campaign.
Okay, well that isn't.
So,
but the other stuff.
I think there's reason for me to ask.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Huh. Yanis, how do you feel about me owing you one?
Well,
Doing me a favor.
favors are quite a good currency.
You wouldn't, by chance,
Don't ask to assassinate.
You wouldn't happen to think you'd be able to, I'll give you a couple options for desirable outcomes.
Should we
and I'll do
maybe
this-
should
You're
we're
talking
walking
about
out, right? Oh, we've already
Yeah.
walked out of the neighborhood. Right. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, this is whilst we're walking back to
Sure.
the Adventurers Guild.
Sure.
And I'll say this in a very, very hushed tone, whilst looking that there's no one around before I speak. Assassination and potentially burning down a entire slum wouldn't be out of your league, would it?
Well, the fact that the buildings are stone does present a bit of a problem, and it would require quite a bit of supplies, but potentially?
And if you were to just you went in there, you got a general layout of the area, you wouldn't happen to find an assassination of the Rat King particularly desirable, would you? Maybe instill
Desirable?
yourself as the new Rat King. Up to you. I mean, you could take over an empire.
I don't know. This empire seems awfully paltry in comparison. It's just a couple of rundown buildings. That's nothing someone of my station would want to rule. But can I do a retroactive insight check to see like what's the skill level of the average people, the thugs inside of the guild building? Like, are these better at direct combat or worse than I am?
You cannot do a retroactive skill check, unfortunately. But
Or like thinking
but
about
your
it.
general vibe of the place is that they would be quite a tough opponent to go up against.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Being king of rodents doesn't really appeal to me personally. Sorry.
Let's pull out Tinder. It's okay.
And Mervyn,
Yeah.
I'm going to put two and two together and assume you told them everything about us and where we're staying, that the rest of our party died, what we're doing here. Did you at least have the bright idea not to tell them why we went there in the first place?
I did not tell them about Fancy Pants, nor did I tell them who specifically had died, and I also didn't tell them that they died. I just said they were gone.
Huh. I'm going to be very surprised and give you a pat on the back for your great ability to withhold that information. For I truly did not believe that Mervyn had it in him.
Oh yeah, you should have seen him in there. They looked like two real old pros. I didn't even have to actually do any talking. As soon as we got inside there, I just stood there. It was fantastic. They were great.
I was gonna let Donatello take the lead, but it was the
It
Rat
was the
King. I knew
personal
him.
connection.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
yeah, I knew him.
you know, sometimes when you see an old connection and then your mind goes straight to them, Rat King just clearly forgot about he and my relationship. Like we used to be real close. So, like we're buddies. Okay? Like we know he didn't say anything.
We went
but, like,
golfing on Sundays, you know.
No. I know he's seen me beating up someone in the street at least once a week most of the time. Okay, that's just clearly he knows who I am. I know who he is. He was just so surprised by Marvin, he didn't even say anything to me. So it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But listen, if we're not going to work with him, or you guys don't want to work with him, we clearly can't go back there and be like, listen, by the way, Mr. Fancy Pants came here and said, you got to do what you got to do. Wink. I feel like that's not a conversation we're going to have with him.
We could tell him that we went and saw Fancy Pants after him.
Well, I mean, considering that he's a businessman himself, if we told him, well, you know, here 10,000 gold pieces,
He would be taking all that 10,000 for
As I say,
himself.
that's perfect. We can
okay,
we can create
5,000
we can do election fraud and not profit from it. It's a perfect crime. You'll never suspect it.
or we could approach Lubor or whatever and say, oh yes, we spoke with the local person in control and he said, oh yeah, he's willing to give you the votes, but you've got to open that expand the bribes line item a bit.
I mean, if you want to lie to potentially one of the most powerful men in the land, that's
Who are you referring to there? The Rat King or Lubo?
both of them. That's the problem. They're powerful in their own ways. I mean, we can try and figure out a way to broker something here. Maybe lie to each other. Or you guys just want to go talk to Barm. We always got option 3. Like I said, it's a toss-up as far as who's important as far as I'm concerned.
I think we should definitely talk to Barm and get a read on him, because I still don't trust him. But there's a small chance that he is a decent person.
Well, but let's think about also what we're about to go do. It's like we're about to go talk to the lead of the city guard and be like, hey, by the way, your biggest political opponent, he was trying to rig the election against you. Well, we didn't do anything. We just went and talked with one of the leaders of the biggest crime syndicate in the town. And now we just want to make sure you were up to speed. So we
didn't know that he was going to be the leader of a crime guild. We went to the miners.
Hey, I pat Fred. Like, oh, Fred. Oh.
I'm just saying. Going to be a tough sell for him either way. It's like we've done all the nefarious things. It weren't our taste. We were wondering what you would give us for that information.
I mean, we could go to him and say, you know, we went to go talk to Fancy Pants, and he offered us a job to rig the election. We were so offended that we turned it down, and now we're going to go talk to you.
I think that's a good plan. It's
It's
a better plan than the other side.
We did take money. That is a irrefutable fact. So if they cast a truth spell on us, then we physically would not be able to lie if we were interrogated.
Then we will walk out the door.
Oh, wait a second. Who grabbed that money? Who Who picked it up off the table? You did? Sorry, Charlie. Maybe you'll have to sit this one out. I never touched that 200 gold. I never did it. I don't know what you're talking about. My hands never touched 200 gold. That ain't my money. So they try and cast truth on me.
I'm not sure that's how truth spells work. My small-minded friend.
I specifically, when we left the room, asked if we could consider the job, and we considered it and immediately discarded the possibility. That's not a lie.
I mean, I was truthfully very offended by this man.
Fine, off to Barm we shall head.
Yay!
Have the best lie detector game ever coming up.
All right, and we will see how that goes next time.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
We'll wrap it up here. Thanks everyone for joining in, and thanks Jake for joining in for the first time now. And we will have another session next week, probably most likely, unless some people need to go or be out or anything. But as usual, let everyone know on Discord how it goes. But otherwise, we'll meet next week, and we'll meet at the same time. And was it that, AJ, was it just the job starts next week, or?
Yes, starts this Thursday, so it would be this week. My first thing I would be that shift finishes at 4:30, and here we start at 4, so it takes maybe at most half an hour at most to get home. So
Yeah.
At most an hour, I guess. Late.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you'll be late. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you can all ponder upon your options here in the, in what to do in this conundrum that you've somehow constructed for yourself. I gotta say, as always,
watched The Godfather last week.
as always, I'm surprised and amazed at what trouble you get yourself in, even without me trying.
The best type
You
of
putting the
trouble.
Rat King there, that wasn't our fault, was it now?
Yeah, no, certainly. I mean, I've certainly put in like things to, trip you up, but you're the one who's like, okay, I'll take the job. Okay, I'll take this job. I'll just backstab everyone. And then try to figure it out. But anyways,
I wish we had sent him in there.
Yeah, we'll just we'll figure out how things go next week. But do try to remember your character's moral compass, perhaps in regards to wanton destruction and such. But anyways, thanks everyone. I'll see you.
I'm fully thinking about the people of the what neighborhood was it? Lowtown.
Yeah. Definitely, and that's the great thing, that we have several different kinds of characters here discussing things. But yeah, see you all next week, same time, same place.
Have a good week, folks.
Yep. See ya.
Bye. And for Twitch folk, thank you for watching. And next week is going to be a week off. So the next stream is going to be the next D&D stream. So it's going to start the same time as this one. And that's the only stream of next week. We're going to go and... What's going on here in Twitch land? Let's go say hi to Commander. Raid Commander, who's doing some Last of Us 2. I don't know. End times are coming to D&D as well or something. I don't know. Anyways, thanks all for joining in, and thanks for the raids, and bye.